Okay guys, so I am back. I just got finished recording the 8/8 Lionsgate. It's sort of a special read. And so I will put that link into the description box here in case you haven't seen it. That was all things galactic, but this reading is going to be the rapid reads for the week of the 7th, including the Lionsgate, for all zodiac signs. And so we're going to go ahead and pull just some straight tarot and numerology and an angel card to finish it off. And of course, we always start off with the sacred geometry for all signs. So we're just going to go in order, and we're going to start with our Aries. And so Aries, this is where you begin. Whoa, here we go. Okay, so Aries, the sacred geometry card that you have here is the one titled Joy, creating your joy and happiness, and the numerology of that card is 42. Just like it was predicted in the Lionsgate, a lot of solar plexus activity. If you have been feeling a lot, then this is time for you to realize that what you've been releasing for these past couple of weeks for sure is about ready to come back into play for you. Monday will be the last day, early in the morning, where you actually have your the moon in your sign. So hopefully you're not feeling too much of the energy push with a square that's going on with Pluto. But what that's doing is it's forcing your hand in one sense, or activating you is probably the better way to say it, about addressing anything that's been left out in the wind, so to speak. Now, the information that I'm getting here is for some of you, may not resonate with all of you, but we have the energy of love partnership. And so love partnership goes into both domestic relationships, but also business relationships. It can be anyone that you have a close partnership with. Potentially, here's what it is that I'm seeing, is that there could have been maybe a little lack of joy. If you are one of those individuals that is finding your relationship, especially with Venus being in retrograde, sort of going into a downgrade, which is really an upgrade if you understand what's going on, then just understand that this is sort of where it is that we're going. I am going to pull a couple of tarot cards here, and let's see what we have going on. So we're not doing one specific card for the day, we're just going to pull the energies for the entire week, and I will share with my Aries friends what that looks like right now. Okay, so the first card up that we have here is the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse position. So making a strong decision, supported with the Judgment card also in the reverse position. Potentially having had to have made a harsher judgment in the past. Pretty much what I said. Let's see where that leaves us for the remainder of what's going on this week. We have the Father of Pentacles in reverse. That's the King of Pentacles. That's Taurian energy, with the 4 of Pentacles next to that. So that is coming a little bit more into stability. So where things may have been a little bit challenging for you, and if it was a relationship or a business relationship, what this is indicating is that with this Ace of Cups, there is a new beginning that is sure to show up. This 4 of Pentacles, especially in the reverse position, is indicating that you have an acceptance of the fact that whatever was going on in finance or stability of one way, shape, form, or another, with the Taurus card being in reverse, if something was unstable for you in the past, there is a new opportunity that is showing up. We'll get another couple of cards here. There it is. There's the Queen of Pentacles, the Mother of Pentacles. So whatever could have been considered a loss or a strong adjustment that needed to be made, this is the promise of something new coming in to create a little bit more stability for you. The Queen of Pentacles is responsible for her queendom and making sure that she's taking care of everything now, because the King and the Queen are opposite of each other. It very much indicates that there could have been a strong challenge between two partners or two people that are in relationships. So sorry to say, but that's sort of the deal for what's going on. For a lot of people, it's the natural time for those things to occur. But again, there is stability that is on the books for you coming up here. Let's see what else we have. With the Hierophant also being the actual major arcana sign for Taurus. This is lack of commitment, whether it's a business or a partner. So there is some questionable activity when it comes to commitment. It also means for some people that there could be a resistance or a bucking of the system to anything that's traditional as far as the way that dollars and cents or resources are put into play. All right, we're gonna grab, hold on, Seven of Pentacles, yep, there we go, Judgment, there we go. Just had to get my cards in order here. A couple more cards here to close off the basic energy, and then we will finish off with an angel card or two, and then move on to the next sign. All right, well, here we go. We have the Ten of Wands, and so that's the end of a cycle. That is the completing of an assignment. This is, we're done. There isn't anywhere else to go with this because we've completed the assignment to the best of our ability. And then the last card we have here is the Five of Cups in the reverse position, which is actually very, very good. The Five of Cups in the reverse position indicates healing on all levels, especially emotional. So whatever this change or this challenge was that is leading up into this shift for this week, you are going through the healing to the best of your ability, and you are able to use that. And so again, this is about getting back to your joy. Okay, and I'm going to pull an angel card here for you. And whatever this means for your partnership, business, personal, romantic, BFF, child, okay? So you'll resonate with that, how you resonate with that. As a reminder, we are doing as a specific, you need to be looking at your rising sign or your moon sign, at least for the next couple of months and probably to the end of the year with the north-south nodes switching positions. So this is what you are looking forward to. Now, what is the advice from the angels? The advice from the angels for our Aries is to ask, therefore, so you can receive. So if you feel like you've been at the end of a situation, at the end of a circumstance, and you need assistance right now, ask your angelic team, ask your spirit guides, ask your pantheon of masters, whoever that happens to be. But this is not a time to go without. This is a time to go full boat and ask for whatever it is that you may require. Now, the card that I'm going to pull here is going to have to do with supporting the Aries rising, moon, and sun about what else you can look forward to in your particular chart to see what else is kicking off for you, okay? So yeah, pretty much that's the same energy. There's a decision. And so the decision that's in the past is what it's showing me has everything to do with it's Gemini, it's Mars energy. You've already made the decision to do what it is that you're going to do. Elvis is leaving the building, so to speak. The concern for you right now is going to be determining what is happening for you where Saturn is concerned, because Saturn is in retrograde now. Technically, Saturn comes into play on Monday for you as a major shift in transit this week, and Wednesday for you as a major shift in transit this week, and also on Saturday. So you're going to want to make sure that whatever it is that you're doing, you're trying to stay as balanced as you possibly can and not doing anything that's too over the top for yourself as a personal energy statement. And then the last card as a heads up for you is, here we go, yeah, no Mars energy. We're not seeking revenge. Whatever happened is done and over with in the past. We are moving forward 100% and completely. And so you definitely have Mars energy that has been pushing you. The Mars energy has been shifting betwixt Leo and Virgo, and so that is pushing your energy towards how you want to be seen, but also the planning that it is that you need to make for yourself. So to wrap this off, we're going to do one final angel card for our Aries, and then we're going to move on to our Taurus. All right, final word for our Aries, sun, moon, and rising here the week of the 7th through the 13th. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, and what we have here, my friends, healthy choices. So you're going to want to make sure that you are asking your angel, spirit guides, pantheon of support, other individuals, your team, your family, as long as you're close with someone, to help keep you on that steady track for the healing that you are inevitably coming up to this week. Aries, again, it looks as though you have made some significant shifts and you are on your way. I expect that the following week is where we will see a little bit more activity open up for you, but there is a new opportunity that is 100% showing up for you this week. So that is what I have. Take a look at your sun, your moon, your risings, put all of the energies together, and you will come up with the full picture. Of course, if you need personal support, take a look at the description box below and you will find the way in order to book a session with me. Talk to you next week. Bye. All right, Taurus. So, of course, this whole entire week, especially with the Lion's Gate, is predicated against the sun, or excuse me, the moon being in Taurus, which is the exalted position. So all things money, finance, and growth as major opportunities. Of course, the moon switches positions into our Gemini and then our Cancers by the end of the week, but find out where your Taurus is sitting in your major chart. And again, take a look at the 8-8, which is in the description box below as well. Well, you have two major things that are coming up here. So we have the energy of the Genesis pattern. So we're planting new seeds literally in this week of abundance for you. And what's required of you is speaking your truth. So a lot of throat chakra energy coming in for you. Manifestation is the critical point of the 8-8 gateway, and of course, Taurus, it's all about how you are asking for the things that you want to guarantee that you receive them. Let's see what other numerology energy has to add to this for our Taurus for this upcoming week. You have to ask for what you want. Please speak your truth. Be mindful about what it is that you're asking for. Be honest with yourself, obviously. But this is a week that you can be the major hero of your life. All right, let's go in with the numerology card and let's see what we have. Healing, also throat chakra energy. So we have two. We have the energy of 1111. We have the energy of 66. And so what we're talking about here for you in this particular week is healing anything that does not equate to those different types of things that you're trying to call into yourself. Okay. What we're going to do is go in with some tarot cards. We're not doing a specific day of the week per each card. We're just doing sort of a general overview. The first few are going to give me a little bit of history as to how we got to where we are, and then we will end it off with some advice and a couple of other places to look in your birth chart according to all of the angels and the Taurian angelic support. Thank you. Here we go. This is for Taurus. Okay. Yeah, two cards. They want to come together. So both of them are major arcana, and they stage sideways. We have the energy of the High Priestess, and we have the energy of the Moon card. So both of those are indicating intuition for you, Taurus. You are already in the middle of this transition, which is why the cards are presenting themselves sideways. You have knowledge of information that has been waiting to come to the surface, and you're just waiting for the right opportunity to use your best voice in order to heal whatever was not necessarily taking place in the past. Now let's see what else we have going on here. We have the Ace of Swords in the upright. We have the Three of Swords in reverse. Let's see what else we have. And we have the Magician. Of course we do. So let's start with the first two cards. The Ace of Swords is clarity, clarity, clarity. And then the Three of Swords in the reverse could indicate 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, but it is indicating that we are in active healing and that we're letting something go that was creating a big stress point for us. And then, of course, as we're looking at it like this, with the Magician, you are stepping away from any of the old hurts and you are calling into yourself the main things that you can manifest this week. Of course, we've already talked about the 8-8, so let's make sure that we are continuing to move on. What other energies do we have here for our Taurus? We do have the Death card that's staging itself in the reverse position. So usually when Death shows up in the reverse position, what it means is that you might be a little resistant to some information that is coming towards you. You're going to have to be mindful of that. But we do have the Six of Wands. So the other energy that comes in with the Death card as we're looking at it next to the Magician is The best thing about the Magician is that you can call in with all of your muster, all those things that you want. Sometimes the worst thing about the Magician, though, is being a little heavy-handed in the energy. Even though it's not presenting itself in the reverse position, that's not the main meat of it. But the Six of Wands is indicating that you are moving forward out of challenging situations. Again, right underneath that energy of the Three of Swords. And so that is massive healing. And this is the excitement that you cannot contain. This is the Temperance card in the reverse position. And so this is indicating that you might be so excited about this shift that you already feel is coming. You might feel just a little bit, you're a little bit besides yourself here. So this is the energy that you have to watch out for a little bit this week from what it is that I'm seeing. Let's see if we can cap this off. And then we'll go in with a couple of, yeah, you're already in the middle of this. This is work energy. This is project energy. This is the Queen of Wands. Of course, you guys know the Mother of Wands. Queen of Wands is 100% my favorite energy in the tarot because it is indicating willingness. It's indicating passion. It's indicating getting yourself involved in the energy and bringing the right resources. So it is a fully encompassed position. You've already started doing this. So again, this is already around work or project. It could also be around a situation that shows up with a fire sign. So that would be your Leo, your Aries, or Sagittarius, just to put it out there. But this is what we are stepping into. And then one last card. And we do have the energy of the Five of Pentacles. Now, the Five of Pentacles is asking us to seek support, seek help, seek refuge. So if you have a lot of things that are going on, here we go. You need to be supported as best as you possibly can. The person that's potentially going to support you with this is the energy of the Lovers. Now, it could be a personal partner in your world. But whatever the Lovers is, as it represents it in the highest form, in its upward state, is evaluation, and that's exactly what's going on here. So someone is going to help you with the energy this week if you are trying to make a decision about something specific that's coming up. Take the help. Use your voice, speak your truth, but call into existence what it is that you would like to experience. So let's move into the energy of the angels. And let's see what they're saying here. Yep, this is the week for you to take action. You have to take charge and you have to take action this week. So use those energies to your fullest advantage. Let's go into, let's see, the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, and let's see what other placements in your personal birth chart, assuming that you are aware of it, could lead to a little bit more information. I want to go into the fact that we have the Five of Pentacles into the Seven of Pentacles. And so this is growth. If you've asked for help before, whether or not you have a lover, best friend, or higher self that's even connecting with you as the lover, you are evaluating, have been evaluating, but it is consistent growth that's coming up. And so I just wanted to make sure I put that out there for you. Let's see. You're going to have to get it going this week. All right. What do we have for our Taurus? Well, there we go. There's that Sun in Sagittarius energy. This is the enthusiasm that you were looking for. This is the same context as the Temperance card. You're so excited. You're just so excited. You're just so excited. Okay. The energy that we have here next is convention. So this is a workplace or a project that you have considered potentially relocating from or doing something different. Some people, because it's merged in with the energy of the inheritance card, this has a lot to do with the way that your finances or projects are being funded. And ultimately what Spirit is saying is that you are going to be fulfilled this week. So as long as you are staying steady on the path, huge, huge, huge Sagittarius energy that's coming in. Sagittarius isn't necessarily in the alignment for the astrology this week, per se. I mean, it's always out there doing its thing. But Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius. So Jupiter is in the second house of Taurus. So you're going to want to just thank your lucky stars that that's sort of what's going on. And then the other energy that comes in with both of these cards is also Saturn. So Saturn is about changes as well. It's the energy of the World card, if you will, ending of cycles, beginning of new cycles. And so you are easily moving out of craziness into better times. You just have to remember to allow yourself to heal, use your voice as you are speaking your truth, especially for other people that are potentially supporting you with what it is that you need to do. Now let's go in with an angel card to close this off for you as far as other suggestions for our Taurus sun, moon, and rising for this upcoming week of the 7th through the 13th. All right, here we go. Taurus. Ooh, that was super fast. Thank you. For some of you, it's as simple as connecting with music. That's what this card is talking about. Hertz music, frequency music is important for a lot of people to keep your chakras in alignment, but it can also be standard tunes. It can also be things that you absolutely resonate with. If you play music, if you like to sing, anything like that is what Taurus is needing in order to ground their energy a little bit better this week as you are navigating these changes. But it all looks to be very promising and very healing. So I would love to be able to catch up and see exactly what seeds you're planting in this week, because you're guaranteed to start to see some of this stuff within the next couple of weeks. Many blessings, Taurus. If you need a personal support, description box below will give you the information for how to book a personal session or healing with me. We will talk to you guys next time. Bye. All right, Gemini, let's go ahead and get your details going. Just final shuffle of the regular tarot deck. We're going to start off with your sacred geometry and sort of see kind of where we're at this particular moment, how we are getting to this week's energy. Let's see what we have. Gemini. Wow. Well, okay. So we have two different things that popped up for you. The first one is the energy that pops up with the acknowledgement of inner child healing. And so this dodecahedron that's in here, inside the egg, inside the cube, is asking you to take a look at the small you that's inside of you to be healed. It can also indicate that there could be some things popping up with a child in your life. Now, the other card that you get is getting back down to the root of the problem. 174 hertz music vibrations is all about making sure that you are feeling safe in your physical body as you're going through this. That's root chakra activity 100%. Getting to the root of our issues is one of the bigger problems that as a healer I see people not willing to go back to old past pain to heal it, or not even aware that it was in existence because it was hidden or buried deep. So lots of inner child healing here on the University of YouTube. So I'm not going to recommend any one specific person. I think it's up to each individual to find their own jam. But inner child healing is regardless is what it is that you are required to do, and it's something that you will consistently come back to because you have your 3-year-old me, your 5-year-old me, your 8-year-old me, you see what I'm saying? So there's something potentially in each one of those different phases of your life that is going to require you to open it up a little bit, examine it, clear it out, and then move on. It's never easy. Healing is never one and done, but it is a start. So let's see what we have going on here. The issue for you this week is manifestation. That's the 888 portal. You will be, Moon in Gemini takes place on the 9th of the 9th, the 10th, and the 11th. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Friday it'll switch positions. So the Moon in Gemini is coming in the tail end of the moon being in Taurus, which is an exalted position, plus this 888 gateway. If you have been feeling on the other end of the spectrum that you have not been feeling safe enough to even ask for more things, then that is a really good indication of why they're talking about doing some of the inner child healing. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot cards. I'm going to pull a couple for past energy, and then I'm going to get into present and then future opportunities for us to take a look at that. I will pull in a couple of angel cards, and a couple of oracle cards, and then we will conclude for this rapid read this week, and then we will see you the following week. Please note that I am available for personal healings and sessions. Just take a look at the description box below and you can find a time to book in with me. Right, so in the energy of the past, we have the card, the World card in the reverse position, and we also have the Five of Pentacles. Now the World card in the reverse position is indicative of the fact that we have something that's not quite closed. Now this 8-8 portal that we're talking about is about karmic endings and karmic beginnings, but it does indicate, at least in the past, there's been some issue for you with regards to support. Now usually the Five of Pentacles, root chakra, is about asking for assistance, going in, seeking guidance when it comes to something. So that's sort of telling me what's been going on in the past up until this particular moment. Let's see what we have going on for where we're at here. Wow, okay. So potential employment, possibly. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor, so that's Aries energy. The Emperor usually indicates well, it usually indicates employment. It is the sign for Aries, which is sign of self, self-worth, self-value. And with it being paired with the Queen of Pentacles, always capable, always being resourceful with whatever is available in order to make it work. You know, they say if you married, this is one of an old adage, if you provide a woman with ingredients, instead of her just giving you ingredients, she'll give you a meal. If you give her a house, she'll turn it into a home. So it's that energy of taking what I've got and making it work in all different directions. But it's in the upright, so it does indicate that there's some continuity and some good energy that's there. Let's keep moving forward and let's see what else we have going on. All right, so the two cards that popped out here, interesting. We have the Lovers and we have the Ten of Cups. So to me, there could be a situation with the Emperor, especially with, as it's paired right next to this Lovers card as we look at it like this. The best part about the Emperor from a connected relationship, if it's not employer, is that you have a very strong-willed person that is in your life, if this doesn't happen to represent your own personal energy, especially with that Lover. And or it could be best friend, it could be, you know, the Lover doesn't necessarily have to be a husband, wife, or committed relationship. It is a committed person in your world. That indicates usually good choices are being made. And then when we have this Ten of Cups moment, that's beautiful energy. I mean, you can't, that's what everyone is trying to achieve. That is the highest version of manifestation and feeling calm in your roots, right? So it's the epitome of all the happiness. Happy home, happy life, happy family, emotionally fulfilled, spiritually fulfilled, all the things. So let's see what else we have going on here for you this week. We already have the energy of the Four of Cups. Now it's in the sideways position, so you guys know that this is current energy that you've already started to examine, or it's already starting to be in your energy field, which you'll be examining. The Four of Cups is the indication that sometimes things are okay, and even though Spirit's trying to get your attention, you're like, meh, I'm not necessarily stressed out about shifting anything. However, this is an offer from the universe, especially to break out of stagnancy. So with it being in the sideways position, I think that some of you very potentially could have an insight about what it's going to take in order to make a shift. You just haven't fully made your mind up yet. Let's go ahead and get into the next card. Ooh, whoa. Okay, you know what? We are going to, if those two want to come back out, we will. But yeah, we're gonna reshuffle these. We don't guess around here. If they come back out, it'll be very interesting. Gemini, what is going on? So this week you have ruling planet Mercury in sister sign of Virgo. So this is a perfect time for you with no other major planets in your sign to really be paying attention to how you're trying to plan some things out. I just wanted to put that out there because this is very emotional in energy. I'm getting all the different signs are here so far. There it is, Ace of Pentacles. There's a new offering that is in front of you, and for some of you, you're not necessarily seeing it or really asking for it. That is what it is. I mean, it could be a couple of different things. part of the issue, and this is why manifestation shows up like this, is you're not asking for the next thing. You think everything is okay, potentially. No shade, no drama to anyone, but when the Empress is in the reverse position, we're not in alignment with our manifestation. It's potential, again, that we haven't felt as though we could ask for the assistance. We think everything's okay, but the universe doesn't want you to be okay. The universe wants you to be fabulous. So continue to ask for the things that you want. When the Empress is in the reverse position, and that happens to be Venus, planet Venus, is in the 5th house of Leo, and is going to be there until it finishes its retrograde on 9/4. It is challenging relationships. Now, personal relationships and also business relationships and other connected tight relationships. But when she's in the reverse position, meaning Venus, we're chasing something and we're missing a sign or a signal here. So this is the heads up from the universe that you may want to take a look at all of the different energies that are around you, because they're definitely trying to give you something, a new start, it's a gift is literally what it is. We're going to take one more card from the tarot deck, and then we're going to move on a little bit. And see what else we've got. Libra energy. So when we get the Queen of Swords, which is what this is, and it's also in the sideways position, this is a decision making where you could potentially be waiting for someone to make a decision about something that has been offered to you that you have awareness of that could potentially change your trajectory as well. But the Queen of Swords also indicates, this is very interesting because I can see this very easily two ways. It is Libra. It is trying to call in the alignment within our thoughts to bring something into balance for justice. The Empress Venus does rule Taurus and Libra, so it's very strong that you have a Libra or very strong Libra placements or someone that you're dealing with. But the reality of the situation is we have to get to this neutral point in order to make a strong decision about something, right? So the best thing about the Queen of Swords is she gets to the bottom of the situation post haste. Sometimes the worst thing about the Queen of Swords is that she's all thought and she's not putting more value into her heart before she starts to swing that sword, right? So let's go ahead and see what the angels have to say about what's the, what is this? Forgiveness and understanding is the major energy that comes out of it. Okay, in order for you to get to this next level, you have to forgive yourself and you have to forgive somebody else that is in that energy. So if you are being asked to wield the sword of justice, so to speak, please make sure that you take time to evaluate, not only from the mental capacity, but also a little bit more heart-centered. And this is the second time the universe has said that there are blessings and abundance are coming to you, or this has a lot to do with structure around resources for you. So I don't see anything negative. It just seems as though at this moment what it is that you are looking for is the next level, and it looks like you're already on your way. There's just some minor modifications to your energy that you're going to have to watch out for. Now let's go into what other potential signs or planets or whatever the case may be for you are going to influence you a little bit more this week, so that you can take a look at those other signage and put it all together for you. Again, sun, moon, rising for the full picture. You should be focused on your rising sign primarily, and then moving forward from there. If you are looking for a personal reading or healing, make sure that you are booking in the link that is shown in the description box below. So 100% we are talking about decisions that are being made here. This is the second time this card has come out. This card usually means that we have to make a quick choice. You can't avoid getting this done. So the universe is going to push you, and it is the Mars in Gemini energy. So this is you. The other card that pops up here is not feeling as though you're in your power. So this is the moon in Scorpio, feeling as though you're not in your power. But it seems to me like you might be putting a little bit more emphasis on somebody else here, the charity card. They say charity begins at home, but what you're going to want to pay attention to, especially because the world card also staged in reverse, this is This is more Saturn energy that's showing up here. So take a look at where Saturn is in your personal chart, see what's kind of going on there, so that you can understand what house from your natal chart perspective could lend you some more information. Then of course reach out if you need that support. All right, we will close this off, Gemini, with a piece of advice from the angels. All right, forgiveness and understanding. This is what's at stake for your blessings and abundance, and this is how you're going to get there this week, along with these 174 hertz and doing the inner child healing. Look for your synchronicities. Look for your synchronicities this week. They're talking to you. They're showing you. And make sure that you understand that the guidance that you are asking for is 100% coming in, but sometimes we need to be aware of how to receive it. So I personally think that if you are out of alignment from a chakra perspective, we all need to start from the bottom and work our way up. Just get back to rerouting yourself, doing any of your basic standard grounding practices, and of course, seek to do some inner child work. Okay, there's lots of beautiful people that have offerings on YouTube and many other channels. So I will leave it with you there. Many, many blessings, and we will see you next week. Bye. All right, Cancers, here we go. This is your reading, rapid reading style from the 7th through the 13th. So this week, the moon is actually in the sign of Cancer Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So this weekend upcoming will be a very emotional, potentially, time for you. Of course, the moon is at home in Cancer. You guys already know that. I'm just telling you what you already know. So just be mindful of that. You could be feeling very comfortable at home in your home structures and dealing with things from an emotional perspective for all things homebound and people that are in it. Let's see what the sacred geometry has to say about what is suggested for you. All right, I'm not surprised about this. This is the second time that there's been a combo that's come out here. The first thing is that you're going to be asked to take action this week. So the energy of the tetrahedron here, or the pyramid, is about the fact that you have to sort of get yourself prepared to do the thing that you need to be able to do, okay? Now, the energy that comes through it is a master energy card, and it has everything to do with any one of these frequencies that are there. So if you go to the University of YouTube or Spotify or anywhere else and you pick one of these energies up, you're looking to do some work that supports your solar plexus, okay? I would probably put you in 396 or 417 as a midline to support the solar plexus. So yeah, 417 I think is probably going to be your best one in order to help you with that support. Meditations, everything from 10 minutes to overnight, depending upon how deep in the rabbit hole you are traveling with Alice this week. Let's pull a numerology card for you and see what else we have going on. Taking action this week. Okay. So the numerology card that comes out for you is the teaching and learning card. That is both. It's encompassing for both, because what happens ultimately when this card normally pops out in personal sessions is that you are going to be learning something that you ultimately are responsible for teaching to somebody else. And so it's almost like a skill that you may not have quite yet, but when you acquire the skill, then you're going to be sharing the knowledge with someone else. I think of, like, I don't know, somebody teaching their child how to change oil in a car or something like that. So there is something that's going to be pulled up, and you have to have the willpower this week in order to do it, okay? Let's see what we have going on here. We're going to pull a couple tarot cards. I'm going to pull a few from the past energy up until now. We're going to see a little bit more along the alignment of where things are shaping up for you this week. And then we'll pull an angel card that indicates sort of what's at stake. And then we'll pull sacred, Oracle of the Radiant Sun to give you some insight as to other places in your birth chart that you can take a look, or other planetary signs, assuming that you know it. Of course, you're always welcome to take a look at the daily astrology that I put out there for the major planets and things of that nature to see how it could potentially affect you. And of course, if you're looking for a personal healing reading or would like to shop with my crystals, then click a look at the description box below and you can book with me. Super quick and easy. Let's shift this out. Okay, just to make sure. I had 2 cards that repeated, even though I've been shuffling since, I shuffle a lot in between. And if that's the case, then what that would indicate to me is that whoever I'm reading this for would more so be on what we would consider the cusp of Gemini, Cancer. But all right, final time. We're ready. Here we go. This is for Cancer. Let's see what we got going on. What is happening? Okay. Well, we have the energy of the Hermit in the reverse position. So this is sort of like a loner energy. Now, 2 things that come forward with the Hermit. Okay, first of all, it's Virgo as the ruling sign. And then you have the Ten of Swords. So we're completely ending something, killing it to death. The Hermit in the reverse position is one of two veins. One, you're avoiding going in and feeling your feelings about something, or you are being a rebel with the way that you're dealing with the internal energy that is coming to you, okay? But that Ten of Swords, you can't, it's done. It's done, it's done, it's done. It's over. So let's see what else we have going on here and where we are going with this energy for our Cancer. Oh, kidoki smoky. I don't guess every single card that is here for you, Cancer, is major arcana. So this is a huge critical week for you. Of course, it's the 8-8 portal, so it's big energy. Anyway, we have the Death card, followed by the Judgment card, followed by the Hangman. You're not going to be able to get away and be a naughty hermit, not facing the feelings, okay? This is indicating that there is some sort of a delay to a change or resistance to making a change that you are aware needs to take place. The Judgment card in reverse is I'm not ready to face facts. I'm not ready to be ready to face the facts. But the Hangman is like, you don't have a choice. The universe is going to find a way to make you aware that you have to approach something that's coming up, a learning, in a way that is going to allow you to move forward. So all of us go through resistance of something a lot in our world. And so you can only resist things for so long. And the longer you resist, you're creating a longer opportunity for it to snap back into place. So sometimes it's a matter of just, face the facts, ma'am, warts and all. So again, you're being told that you have to take action this week. You cannot avoid doing whatever it is that's doing. I wish this yellow would show up better, but I get it with the light. All right, let's go ahead and see what else we have going on. Let me just get the last card. Holy buckets of snot. Okay, Cancer, you're the winner of the major arcana pool so far this week. This card came out before. I put it back in because I'm like, I just need to make sure. I'm not surprised because from a collective perspective, all of us are going through some of these things, but here's what we've got. This situation that we're dealing with involves a partner of yours. It could be a business partner. It could be a romantic partner. It could be someone else that you're super, super, super close and connected with. We definitely have the energy of Libra, and then we have the energy of the Magician. So we have Mercury coming in here, and then of course with the Lovers we are talking Gemini. So that's what I was saying before. I'm like, could be a little bit of crossover. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but what this seems to be about is this Queen of Wands in the reverse position. So there's a stopping of an action or a project that's taking place. Again, teaching and learning. When we pull back with this Queen of Wands, we're stopping the project. We're done. We're not putting any more energy, effort, money, resources into something. We're pulling our energy back out of this, and it's creating a little bit of craziness for some of us. This is the Temperance card, which has come out again. This is Jupiter. Jupiter rules our Sagittarius friends, Temperance. We are chomping at the bit. We are out of balance. We are seeking to get back our mojo, okay, which is why the solar plexus is being engaged in this Lionsgate for you. And if you do it, you will be able to move forward. Now, of course, you know this card is you, Cancer, so you will be moving forward in the most appropriate way, but you can't resist whatever is taking place here for you this week. This is a karmic release week, period, end of discussion. The spirit is telling you that something is completely done and over with, and you're going to have to face facts. Now, it doesn't have to necessarily be negative. It could be lots of different types of topics. You will resonate with this as you resonate with this. But let's see what's at stake here from the angels. The first angel card series that we're going to pull out here. Okay, we have two that really want to come forward. Well, you can't make that stuff up. Learning came up twice. We're not learning a lesson. We're missing something. Something has to shift, something has to change. I believe that you're aware of it, but you're not putting energy into facing it. And so what's at stake is your honesty and communication is really what they're saying. So this is not the week for you to hold your tongue. This is the week for you to get your power back, stand in your autonomy, and do whatever it is that you got to do, because you know what that is. Let's go in with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun just to see if we can get more energy information, and then what other planets and bodies could be supporting or affecting you this particular week. You know, I'll tell you that I think as far as the astrology is concerned, Sunday, Cancer, for you is probably going to be the better day of the week. But Saturday also is going to be good for you because of the moon, or Jupiter. Well, there it is. Sagittarius, Jupiter on Saturday. So something's going to pop up on this day. All right. Moving forward. Let's move forward. Let's see what we have. We have already in, Jupiter, one more time. We are losing control, or we feel like we're about ready to lose control. That's literally what we just talked about here. Wrong card, beg pardon. We literally feel like we do not have control, and we are chomping at the bit to have something be in alignment. So that 100% is it is Jupiter Sagittarius energy. The other place I would have you look is your Capricorn. If this is work energy, project work, then Capricorn 10th house naturally governs that. So take a look at where Capricorn is in your chart. Aquarius. We don't feel, this is Jupiter kicking you in your cosmic ass this week. Sorry, this is what's up. You don't feel inspired, which is why you're pulling action back for some reason. That's Aquarius energy. Let's see what else. And oh my God, I knew this was going to come out. It's Aquarius energy again. You have to get yourself into a balance mode before you have something show up, or you are involving yourself in trying to manage somebody that is a little bit out of control and they're eccentric at the same time. Now, this very much could be you, but because everything points back to home this week, if it's not you in energy, it's definitely a partner or a older child. It could be a younger child, but it's definitely someone in your energy. But Spirit says hang in there, because you are on the right path, but you gotta get your Mo and your Joe gotta be connected up this particular week. Okay, so how do we have our Cancers solve this problem outside of what else it is that we've already discussed? Let's see what we have for our Cancers. Movement, physical movement. I talked about that a little bit, and it says, thank you, angels, for motivating me to move my body. So again, your Mo and your Joe aren't connected with whatever's getting ready to show up for you, more likely towards the latter part of this week, although it could be showing up at any point. Just saying. The universe is giving you this as a heads up, so that if you are noticing eccentric behavior within yourself or within your partner or someone else that you're close to, and you're kind of like, no, wait a minute, time out here. Before we take another step, before we move forward, before we get to that point that's over here that we both know needs to take place, I'm taking a tea, I'm taking a pause, I'm taking a break, I'm going within, I'm doing what I need to do so that I can feel comfort in myself, so that I have, putting the mask on first before you assist someone else within that energy. That's what's important, but it has to be based in honest communication. And of course, Cancer, you shouldn't have too many problems managing that. You guys are very, very good at good communication and nurturing, but don't let someone else walk over you. So hopefully, whatever the situation is that has come to a head, that has come to an end, you will be able to find the smooth value in it and regain your stability. Okay, that is what I have for you this week. Again, take a look at the other signage and some of the other details here to get your full picture. And if you would like personal support, hit me up. The details are below. Bye. We'll talk to you later. All right, Leo, let's see what we got going on for you. This particular week, the 7th through the 13th, obviously. Woo! In your season with one of the biggest portals ever. Let's see what we have going on for our Leo. All right, rising, moon, and sun in that order. Okay, let's see what we have. Well, we have the energy of the Merkaba, healing all levels of your personal being. Now, it staged itself in the reverse. So what this is indicating is that you probably have already started to take advantage of healing your actual auric field, your physical Merkaba itself. Or you've been starting to address different concerns that have been showing up for you. Of course, you can never have too much healing and support. So if you have a personal Merkaba, they come in different shapes and sizes. I have this one here, which is a multiple pointed Merkaba. If you have one of the little teeny tiny guys, if you have a big one, perfect energy for healing your physical self, having it on you or next to you when you're doing meditation. Just saying, okay? This one's on my shop, retails for $130. Just saying. It's a big one. Let's see what we have from the numerology. It's important that people work on their Merkabas. So for those of you guys that have taken my spiritual protection course, you already know. Okay, here we go. And the 2, this is what's at stake. This is not, I'm not surprised. This is going to come up a lot here. We're talking about things that have occurred in the past within love partnerships, healing those energies, and then, of course, coming up with what is meaningful to you in manifestation. Now, for some of you, you're working really, really hard to... there's been some breakups. They're straight up, they're telling me the person, the Leo that's listening to this, has gone through a situation where there was a breaking apart, which is what's supposed to be happening right now. But at the point where it potentially could be someone that's close to the edge and trying to put something together, let's just see what we have coming up here. But again, manifestation this week for you, Leo. This is your week. This is your week, man. So let's see what we've got going up. A couple cards here to pull some prior energy up until now, just to try to help support. And then we'll do another row or two with energies for this upcoming week. Yep, there's the Judgment card. Ba-doom. Are we ready to be ready to be ready to come out of our coffin and move forward in life? Are we? Let's see, what else do we have? They said keep them together, so that's what's up. Prior energy up until now. It's important that I do this so that I can make sure that you are tracking along with what's being said. 2 of Swords energy, my friends. And then, of course, we have the Death card. Death to the old, allowing the energy of new to step forward in our world. And, of course, Judgment is also governed by Pluto, and so is the Death card. So these are changes and transformations, especially with it being in retrograde now. You have no choice but to make a strong decision here, or strong decisions needed to be made. Now, sometimes people say the 2 of Swords is like, oh, you're at a crossroads. Well, okay, it can be, but more so than anything else, you have 2 opposing thoughts that are taking place, and Spirit really is giving you time to make the decision that you need to make. But on either side of this decision is Pluto and Pluto, transformation and transformation. So it could be old energies that popped up that affected you. Let's move into more current energies for this upcoming week, okay? All right, this is what we got going on for our Leos. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Already in this energy. Your runner-up number 2 so far to all the major arcanas, but again, I am not surprised about it. You guys know, following me, that when a card presents sideways, you are already in this energy, or you are about to experience this energy because it's already surfaced in one way, shape, form, or another, and it just has to finish its flow. The first card that we have is the World card in the sideways position. So the World card is our Saturnian energy. It deals with responsibilities. It deals with structure. It deals with, well, all those types of things. And then we have Libra. We have the Justice card in the sideways position. So there is a shift of a structure. And then let me just double check here. 3, 6, 9. 9 of Pentacles in the reverse position. There's this feeling of lack of security. There's this feeling of, I want to say in one sense, giving my power away. It could be having to do with cleaning up or finalizing the cycle for gaining our independence back this week, as far as independence of self and independence of spirit, and letting go of any type of a situation, especially from a legal perspective for some of you, divorce, closings of businesses and business partnerships, that had you tied to this person in one way, shape, form, or another. Let's keep moving forward. Let's see what we have. Ooh, good, you know, okay. You know that the ending is coming. We've got the 10 of Wands, and then we have the High Priestess energy. The High Priestess is looking at this 10 of Wands moment. So I have a feeling is that when the World card and the Justice card finish staging, then this will eventually shift as well. And what you knew is going to come to fruition as far as how this is going to end. We are at the tail end of a very challenging past, and you're still dealing with that energy, of course. And so again, this is what we're talking about. Ta-da! Healing. Going through that heart healing and calling in the energy of the things that we know that we need to move forward with the strong manifestation. So this week, after we get through the Lion's Gate, Leos, you guys are going to come back into your moon position where you could find more strength the following week, when we have this new moon energy that shows up for the 16th. So the 14th, 15th, and 16th is when you could be feeling a little bit more in power. Let's keep moving forward. We'll do another row here and see what else we have. Holy buckets. Well, we got money on our mind here. We have the, no we don't. That's the 7 of Pentacles. Beg your pardon. Why can't I count today? And I don't have my old lady glasses. 7 of Pentacles, evaluating something, knowing where to make your investment in time, strong evaluation. 3 of Swords, energy, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, an extremely challenging decision. But we have graduated from having to contemplate it to now having executed it here for our best and highest good. The other energy that comes in then is being able to start over with the Fool. And of course, this is closing of that cycle and beginning a new cycle. What we do know in changing and getting away from this older situation is that we are moving towards better days here with the 6 of Pentacles. And if that involved having to start over emotionally because we were putting too much of our emotion into somebody else, then that's okay. Because the universe is giving you all the things with this. Okay, so that is what we have there. Let's go into find out what else is at stake from our angels here. And I don't have, yeah, let's see. And then we'll go into Oracle of the Radiant Sun to see what other additional elements could pop forward to support you. Okay, look in your natal chart. This is what's at stake is compassion. So whether it's compassion for yourself or compassion for another person, this is what's at stake. Okay, this upcoming week. That could mean lots of different things, but you should have compassion for yourself as you're going through any major significant change, and for the person or people or group that is also affected, to make things as harmonious as possible as we are shifting and sorting and changing, okay? Let's move forward and see what else we have going on. Yep, the health of the situation, well, not necessarily so bueno. There's Pluto again. Secrets. So it's possible that the person that you're dealing with is a Scorpio. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but that's come up a couple of times now. This is 100% Venus energy. So Venus energy, whatever needed to be figured out in that love partnership was figured out, okay? You might want to take a look at where Scorpio, Pluto is in your chart, and then also what house Venus is in your personal chart here. And then, of course, we have this Libra energy about choices having to be made. It's got to be done. We can't avoid it. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200 without this energy. So what will support you this week, I think, is going to be where Mars is stationed, forcing the energy of moving forward with Virgo in the 6th house. It's what you need. And then next week, you'll be able to be in a better position to use the frequency of the moon in Leo to help support you a little bit more. Okay, let's get a final piece of advice for our Leos this week. And of course, sun, moon, rising to get a full picture. If you need a personal one-to-one session as you are resonating with these details, please make sure that you look at the description box below. I am open for bookings, healings, and of course the crystal shop is always open. Alrighty, here we go. Let's close this out for our Leos, please, with the last piece of advice for this upcoming week. All right. You're not alone. This card indicates a spirit animal. So if you have animals in your home, use the love and frequency and grounding that comes with dogs and cats, or whether you have a salamander or bowl full of fish or whatever the case may be. But also look towards outside signs of the animal kingdom giving you messages. So you see an animal that's not where it's supposed to be. You see something in the animal kingdom continuing to show itself up to you in multiple places. Those are signs and signals from your angels and spirit guides to pay attention, because we're trying to get your attention. So Google the spiritual meaning of insert animal, insect, or whatnot here, and it will give you a little bit more information as an immediate sense of support. So continue to work on yourself, because with that 10 of Cups in the reverse position, and with this Merkaba being in the reverse position, and this love partnership being in the reverse position, if you had to split from someone because it just was no longer in your wheelhouse, do not feel negative about that. The universe is giving you everything you need in order to get it organized this week so that you can start over from scratch. And don't forget that they're asking you to do this with love. This manifestation this week is for you, my Leo friends. So thank you very much. Many, many blessings, and we will see you next week. Bye. All right, Virgo, hope you guys are doing well. Let's find out what the universe has in store for you this week of the 7th. Okay, so you will be in moon position the following week, but let's see what this week has for you in this energy. Again, rising is more important than your sun, and your moon follows that based upon some other energies, especially with the north-south node changes. Okay. So Virgo, with this card presenting in its reverse position, this is indicating you've already started to do this. You've already started to tell the universe. You've already started to manifest what it is that you wanted to do to bring new energy in. And it was masterful energy in your manifestation. So I believe that you are going to see the evidence of how things need to shift for you this week a little bit more before the culmination of the moon in Virgo shows up for you next week. Okay, let's take a look at the numerology and see what this means for our Virgo and how it supports. Okay. And of course, that would be Mercury all day long and twice on Sunday, which is your ruler. And the other thing that we have here that popped out was an adventure. So I think this pretty much is going to be probably the easiest one that I've done. Something that you want to continue to occur, or something new that you are wishing to come to fruition, has already been asked, and this week is where it begins to be answered. So let's go in to take a look with some tarot. We're going to pull a couple cards from the deck that's going to share with me sort of what's been going on, just real quick. How did we arrive to this energy for this upcoming week? We'll do a couple of rows for what is coming up this week. We will use an angel card to discuss what is the significance of how it's going to impact you, what's at stake. Then we're going to pull in a couple of the Oracle of the Radiant Suns to give you a little bit more energy, but also the planets and bodies, energy, planets, and alignments that you should possibly be looking for this week to support you. And then a final angel card that will talk to us about how to get there. Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. We also have the Eight of Cups in reverse. Well, there you go. If you're feeling low energy, Virgo, because money was low, finances were an issue, or just feeling not the same way about the way that your resources were coming in, that indicates how we got to the energy that we're at this particular moment. Nine of Cups can also indicate, well, pouring our energy into other people. But ultimately the Nine of Cups is where we are fat, dumb, and happy, and when it's in the reverse position, we've poured everything that we had into it, possibly including all of these resources, monies, and that's the reason why you were asking the universe for something new. Can't blame you there. But let's see how this leads us into this upcoming week for you. All right, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I have my we have the energy of wishes coming true. This is the Star card. This is Aquarius Major Arcana. I have a feeling this card's going to come out for pretty much every reading, because this is Sagittarius energy. That's the Temperance card. Temperance, excuse me. And Temperance is represented by the planet of Jupiter, which is about expansion. So when we see that Temperance is in the sideways position, you can already see the momentum shifting, and you're just so excited you can't wait for it to get there. But with that Star card being there, that's huge. Aquarius energy is important because it gives us our sense of inspiration. It gives us our sense of it's okay to think way outside the box. Get on top of the box if you have to, and start thinking about different ways of accommodating, accomplishing whatever it is that you want to be able to do. Let's go and get a couple more rows. Yep. Ten of Swords in the reverse position. You sort of, you let that go. Anxiety go. That's the Nine of Swords, beg your pardon. The Nine of Swords. You let go of the anxiety, or you will be letting go of anxiety a little bit more this week. You will also be receiving better sleep for a lot of people that's out there. And it could also be the excitement of the situation that's getting ready to surface for you that has got you feeling a little bit anxious, but in a good way, right? Let's take another row here for our Virgos. Yes, Queen. Maybe. We have the Eight of Swords in the reverse position. Yeah, this is because this is something that's already started to take place. Okay, so we have the Eight of Swords in the reverse position. So that is a downgrade, but the worst position was energy. So if you look at from the 10 to the 9 to the 8, you're no longer feeling blocked. You're no longer feeling as though other people are affecting you. You're no longer in the analysis paralysis that you can sometimes get into, Virgo. So you're going to allow yourself to be the butterfly that comes out with nothing touching it on the back end. Now, what's at stake here is the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse position. You're no longer feeling stuck when it comes to whatever resources could have been challenging you in the past. Maybe you didn't have what you needed to make an investment or do whatever the case may be. And Spirit is saying with both of these cards in the sideways position, we got you. So we are progressing into the energy of the Lovers, which is a positive decision being made for you and an alignment specifically with what Spirit is trying to share with you. And then therefore the Ten of Swords, the anxiety is going to completely be diminished. So you have the 8, 9, 10. That is a progression or a degression, depending upon however it is that you want to think about it. But we are moving forward in a very beautiful way, Virgo. I like to see that. Let's grab one more card and see what we've got going on here for our Virgos. Let's see. Communication is the key. Pluto, which is judgment, which is, are you ready to be ready to be ready? Whatever needed to end in an old cycle is done. So when we are standing up in the coffin and we are listening to the angels and we're ready to finally receive the new news, the good word, the new information, the new communication, you are going to be in the perfect position to receive that energy. You had to probably do a lot of work, and you probably had to let a lot of energy go. You probably did a lot of energetic work, because you are 100% getting ready to move forward in a new direction. So again, when you get into the moon position next week, I feel that you'll be in better thought process, especially about you. You'll come out of it. You'll come out of knowing exactly what you need to do, how you need to do it, and the people that are going to be communicating with you and the way that you communicate are going to be back in the perfect level of alignment. Now, let's go in with an angel card to see what's at potential stake with this week for you. I love it. I love it. Anytime that Fool card shows up, it's a brand new breath of fresh air. It's nervousness for some people, knowing that you have to make a shift, but it means that something good is on the way. There's some new energy, there's some new information that you get to collect, right? So just like Miss Pac-Man eating her power pellets and things of that nature, this is for you. It's good stuff. All right, what's at stake is asking and receiving. So even though we know that you did some manifestation, please be very clear about what your requirements are, needs versus wants. If you don't ask this week, you ain't gonna get it. So you need to just go back in, write it down. Doesn't have to be a long, beautiful poem. It just needs to be being honest with yourself. But this is very promising as far as how things are going to move. Shifting of the way that happens between the 8 to the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse position, but with that new energy of the Judgment coming in, it is how do I want to say this? I almost want to say it's fated. It is the way that it's turning out to be for the right reasons. Okay, I said what I said. I don't know any other way to say it. Okay, here we go. Sun in Leo, fortune energy. So obviously we know that this entire month is Sun in Leo. Calling in your fortunes. We are aware of that. Where we may have lost vision is where we got tripped up in our emotions about the expectation of how it's supposed to show up, and that affects literally everyone on the planet. So it's not having a plan. It's not being flexible to allow the plan to work with you. Okay. The other planet that you're going to want to take a look at is going to be the energy of Mars. There is this potential that internally you could be challenging yourself with a quarrel, but it's also possible that you have the energy of an argument, potentially, doesn't have to be, coming up this week. So Mars is in the 6th house of Virgo, and so it's going to be pushing planning. It is exactly where you need to be. You need to be aggressive with the next steps, but aggressive doesn't have to be the nature. Assertive is probably the better word. So I would watch for the way that you're communicating to people externally this week, just to make sure a lighter, softer touch might be supportive. It just depends upon your personal style. And let's get a final card to give you some advice about where we're at this week. I'm going to reshuffle that because that was fat fingers. If it comes back out again, then so be it. Let's see. Yeah. Pisces energy sort of drowned out your big scope, but it also put things back into perspective for you. Makes sense. All right, so the advice for our Virgo friends, thank you. Gotta trust your vibes. So trusting your intuition and your guidance that you're getting from spirit, okay? Especially if you ask and you are receiving. Don't challenge what spirit is telling you from the first jump. If you need support and clarification from someone else just to make sure that your antennas aren't being credit up, then that would be the perfect reason to contact me or anyone else that's like me to ensure that you are letting go of the stuff that makes no sense, right? But you are coming out of anxiety this week. So I really do like that. You are coming into a decision and alignment. And again, the card with the Lovers is the best decision being made as you are letting something else go. That's Ten of Swords, because you have to let the mental fog, the analysis paralysis roll out the door so that you can be ready to be ready. And as long as you accept that, then you are going to be in a very good position. And again, next week when the moon is in your stead, you will feel even more support than you have already this moment. So that is what I have for you, Virgos. Thank you guys so much, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye. All right, Libra. Hope you guys have been doing well. Rising, moon, and sun in that order, guys. I got to keep harping on it because I want people to know it's your rising sign for this next little bit that's going to be driving more so of the details, okay? So for my Libra risings that are out there, of course my Libra moons, and of course Libra sun, you're welcome to help tie everything together. Let's see what we have going on for you this week of the 7th. Nope, I'm not going to take 25 cards. We're going to reshuffle that. So Libra, the moon will be in your stead next week. So let's see what we have going on here. Of course, we know that Venus being in retrograde is affecting you a little bit. Not too much. But here's what we have going on here. They did say take all three, and I understand why. So we're going to talk a little bit about where Libras are coming into the fray. Since the North-South node shifted, we talked about that till Jesus was, a baby last time. If you were having challenges, you couldn't sort of get yourself together, or the shift that was taking place altered your reflection of reality about how things were moving, especially about where resources were coming from, the right people being at the right place at the right time. This week, you will receive a lot more clarity coming forward, especially about what the next moves are. So it's important that you see this as a combination of things. Now, you have high chakra and you have low chakra, which means this is about you being what? Coming into full balance. All right. It is the energy of 7-7. So perhaps some of this 7-7 gateway could have had a huge impact on some of you that were out there and just thrown you off a little bit. But let's find out with the numerology what that means. And of course, take a look at all the numerology this upcoming week so that you can just kind of go, write that down. All right, let's see what we've got. Staying clear and focused. The numerology for Libra says spiritual partnership in upcoming alignment. So spiritual partnership. So for those of you that are in the spiritual business, there's probably a partner or you coming more in alignment with your tribe, your group, your crew, whatever terminology it is that you want to use. And so you are also coming into more alignment with who those people are and the opportunities that they represent. It could also mean that you're doing some new things with your personal business. If you do not have a spiritual business, then what the spiritual partnership means is that you are 100% open, capable, and ready to start to receive new energy and alignment from your spiritual team, your angels, your spirit guides, your higher self, your galactic friends, all the different things that are coming in. But this is what's getting ready to show up for you and is taking place this week as we speak. Okay? Let's pull in some tarot. We're going to pull a couple that gives me a little bit of energy from how we got to the energy of this upcoming week, and then I'll pull a couple of rows that will speak to what's taking place this week. I will go in with an angel card that will let us know what's at stake. I'll pull in Oracle of the Radiant Sun, which will let us know what other planets and what other sequences we could be taking a look at in your own personal natal chart. And then we will cap it off with the advice for the angels for you guys this week. All right, Libra. just wanted to give that just an extra shuffle, because that's a lot coming through. So we have 99 and 77. Those are the two numbers that we have there. Can I get an 8-8? Well, here's your third 9. 999. This is the Hermit card. It's Virgo Major Arcana, just to put the signage out there. But when we are in Hermit mode, we're closed off. We have gone into the cave to do deep reflection, deep healing, and taking care of all things that are required for us to continue to see the light that is within us, so to speak. So that matches perfectly with those Libras that are in the spiritual service. And of course, those that are also necessarily seeking spiritual service. That could be the other thing that pops out of it, in alignment with. Let's see what else is going on with that Hermit that is leading us to this week. There it is. Internal conflicts. This is what you've been doing. You've been healing, shedding, and getting rid of well, internal conflicts. You're still, because it's sideways, you're still in the energy of it, but that is to be expected for all people. So the fact that you started it already is a blessing. It should be viewed as a blessing, okay? Let's get into more so of the energy for this week and how all of that works itself into alignment. 9 of Pentacles in the sideways position, becoming more stable, becoming more healthy within oneself. Wow, you cannot. Well, there's all the 9s. 5 of Cups with this 5 of Wands. So yes, energetically, you might have been feeling very low. Could have had a lot to do with the Ascension symptoms. But with this 5 of Cups here, we are in the throes of active healing, and all things are coming back around. And what kept you from feeling as though you were grounded and stable is coming back. Now, Spirit does say with this 9 of Wands, the spiritual way to understand the 9 of Wands is that you've been carried through this darker period that you've been in. Spirit says, we've already taken you from the first 8 rungs. You've already been there and done that. We've got you on this 9th rung. Take a break, go slow, and we will carry you through the rest. So it is a very highly spiritual card, because it indicates that Spirit is still with you. But with the 2 9s, actually the 4 9s, you are at the tail end of that cycle. We talked about that already. So a lot of karmic endings taking place this week for a lot of people. I feel that more of it's going to show up for you next week, but let's see what else is in this week's energy for you. Woo. Okay, here we go. King of Wands or Father of Wands energy. So this is entrepreneurial energy. This 100% is Leo. So this is Leo energy, getting our Mo and our Joe connected back up. This is entrepreneurial energy. This is boss energy. This is also supported with Leo again, the Strength card. This is what you're gaining. You're becoming stronger in your own element. And so this is going to be supporting you. This Lionsgate is actually helping you this week. And then what we have here again is the 7 of Pentacles. No, hold on. Why can't I count today? 2, 4, 6 of Pentacles. Sorry. 6 of Pentacles. So 6 of Pentacles is coming back into balance with financial needs, requirements, and resources, which is what this whole period is about here. So you are being asked to maintain your strength with whatever shift was taking place for you. If you are a business owner and maybe you're feeling like competition was weird, or you were just in this weird spot, Spirit says, hang with us. We got you. Continue to do what you need to do. You are strong enough to get past this. We've already carried you, and we're going to continue to carry you. And that is our pleasure. All right, Libra, let's continue to move forward and see what else we have going on here. Holy buckets of snot. All right, they're just flying. Okay. Okay, yep, here we go. 4 of Pentacles in the reverse position is opening of that heart chakra. It is not standing in our way when it comes to resources or shifting of resources. Now, this card here also showed up in the sideways position. So this is the Magician. You have all the skills, gifts, and talents in order to move forward. So as I'm looking at it here on the board, we have the Magician looking at the Leo as far as the positions are concerned. Look at those two big cats here on the 8-8. Hello, you cannot make this stuff up, you guys. The Magician is saying that your power is your strength is your power, and what's going to end up happening if you manage your power, okay, manage your spiritual resources, your emotional resources, and maybe potentially some other types of resources that are coming into your awareness. This is where you go. The Chariot. Yay! So the Chariot is everything about nurturing ourselves. And the Chariot is the universe giving you permission to continue to move forward. You have rested up. You have gathered your Mo and your Joe. You guys are back together. It may not be 100% the smoothest of journeys, especially if you felt like you had to take a huge step back. But that's exactly, again, what these two cards are about. The 2 5s or the 10s, as you're taking a look at it from that perspective. So there is this huge cycle that is getting ready to shift for you. Now let's go in and take a look at what's at stake for you with the angels here, and then we'll move forward with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Let's just give that another little shuffly boost, and then close it off with the suggestions from another Oracle deck, Angel deck. Let's see. Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to be more than one. Healing energy. Told ya, pretty much. Healing, healing, healing. So you've already started the process. You've been in this process, and you're going to continue to go through the process. One of the things that you've been challenging is divine timing, about all the different things. And what Spirit is indicating for you, Libra, is ensuring that you are raising your vibration. I talk about it a lot. What's at stake is not taking the healing, not taking the downtime, not taking the rest periods, but also being inspired when you are being called to action, okay? All things happen in divine timing. So by continuing to raise your vibration, attitude of gratitude, basic fundamentals of grounding, shielding your energy, all of those things are going to help you. Journaling, record yourself talking on your phone if that's what you need to be able to do, but get the energy out there. That's what's at stake, ensuring that your vibration is raised this week. Okay, so here's some other signs, planets or other energies that you can watch out for this week, and take a look at some of the other readings that I have out there. Ooh, it's a lot. You went through a bunch of stuff. Yeah, see, Jupiter kicked your actual entire butt. Now, this is a warning that you probably missed in the past. This is the caution card, potentially. You missed a sign or a signal from Spirit, an animal communicating to you that something funky was getting ready to come down the pike, potentially. What happened was you stopped being in public, you felt like you were out of control, and you felt like there were outside circumstances that were contributing to the manipulation or the adjustment of what was happening, and it was all Jupiter. This is all Jupiter energy. So take a look at where Jupiter is in your chart, whether it had things to do with your energy level, whether it had things to do literally with your work, or how you were trying to manage shifts and changes in the past. What's supporting you, though, is the energy of Mars. Now, this one, they're telling me to say it in a different way, because this card technically is the energy of revenge, but it doesn't necessarily mean going and hurting somebody else. It means that success is the best revenge, especially if you've had, like I said, issues in the past. Be mindful of where it is that you're spending your time, and as long as you raise your vibration, you will avoid a negative moment. Mars at its best is motivating us to move forward. Mars at its worst is the Tower card. So raise your vibration, okay? Try to stay as neutral as possible so that you don't have to build yourself way back up, okay? But I think you're in good position because you're at the 5. So inevitable change is coming through. Again, you're being asked to stay clear and focus about what it is that you want to be able to experience, clarity, and then laying your foundation. So a lot of root chakra energy here, but also again a lot of high chakra energy coming in as well. Let's give you your advice for this week, Libra, and then we will move forward. If you need personal support, please don't hesitate to take a look at the description link below to book a personal session healing or shop in the crystal shop. This is the second time we've talked about clarity here. This is the Focus Your Mind card. And so thank your angels and spirit guides for helping you with your clarity of mind, your decisions, your decision-making process, and ensuring that you're getting to be where it is that you need to be. They're very much with you during these highly charged energetic times. Okay, Libra, that is what I have for you. Many, many blessings, and we will talk to you next week. Bye. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys have been doing awesome. Yeah. North-South node. Let's start. Let's see what's going on with you. Let's see what's going on with you. All right. So we're going to start off with the sacred geometry to give you, to give me a way to explain to you, from a higher vibration, sort of where things have been. I will pull a couple of tarot cards to explain sort of where we got to, how did we get to this point. We will do some extra clarification with another row or two of tarot. I will bring in an angel card to let us know what's at stake this week because of the high energies. Oracle of the Radiant Sun to give us insight as to where else in your personal birth chart or where else you could be taking a look at things, and then we'll wrap it up with an advice card from a different angel deck. So, rapid reads, the dodecahedron, all seeing and knowing, the energy of 22, being in the right place at the right time. All right. So third eye and crown. A lot of heavy high chakra activation for you. If you have a dodecahedron from a platonic solid set, please use that as an additional motivator to do what needs to be done. If you don't have one, you may want to consider doing some additional, well, I really feel that amethyst is going to be the go-to. Charoite is coming to me. Violet, what do you call it? How come I think? Violet, lavender rose quartz is what they're showing me. And then also, well, any of the clear quartzes is going to do it, especially, they're saying Herkimer diamond. Clear quartz selenite to help you this upcoming week. All right, from a numerological perspective, let's see what else we can add to for layers of information for our Scorpio. So you will be in moon position in 2 weeks, okay? Just so that you're aware. Okay, so what has been going on? Interesting. 8-10. Okay. So the first thing that we're showing, and we'll keep these cards in reverse, is indicating that you have already started to work through any particular health issues, at least awareness of what needs to be shifting in your environment, and the energy of pride being in the reverse position. So stepping out a little bit on a limb and stepping a little bit more into faith. So I do like that energy. I want to see what's going on with the, yeah, it's a lot of red, purple. Let's go into seeing what the tarot has to say. How did we get to this point that we are approaching this upcoming week? What has been going on? That's Minnesota for you. 3 of Swords in the sideways position. You are going through something that has been terribly challenging for you. It's also coupled with the Judgment card in the sideways position. So this is death and destruction, and not in a very easy way, because when we receive the Judgment card, we have to be ready to accept this move that's taking place. But it's for the right reasons, because it's bringing you to the next series of options that are going to be for you. So the 7 of Cups is opportunity. So it was a hard row to hoe, I guess is the reason I want to say it. That's where the pride comes in. But if something in your world was not necessarily healthy, you had to address it and face it so that it could be healed. So let's see where that leaves us for this upcoming week. We'll do a couple of rows And let's see where we're at. Well, the first card is the Three of Pentacles. Hey, we like that. The next card that we have here, oh wow, looky, holy buckets. Okay, so we have here the Major Arcana. We have the World card, the Three of Pentacles, and the Moon. Yeah, this is a shifting time frame for you, my Scorpio friends. Of course, North-South Node has a lot to do with this. We talked about that till I'm blue in the face. So, the Three of the Three of Pentacles is collaboration, and it's the beginning of new foundations when it comes to finances, collaborations with new people, and growth with different types of resources. The World card is the ending of old cycles. So if something was very, very hard, and you have to trust that Saturnian energy, structures and things like that sometimes need to adjust and need to fall. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Which brings us to the energy of the Moon card, staying in your lane. Staying in your lane. Don't go too far left, don't go too far right. We are trying to show you and share with you additional details about what the circumstances are and will continue to be, and it is all for your benefit. Now, this is the second time that the third time I think that we've had the Magician card come out. So here's sort of where Spirit is asking you to maintain your energy this week, okay? The Magician, as we all know, is the energy of Mercury. Mercury is very much chatting up the next steps with Virgo and its placement, Virgo and Gemini. The Magician at its worst could be a little bit manipulative, over talking someone, insisting your way is the only way, so on and so on and so forth. When this is mixed in with the energy of the Six of Wands, Spirit is very much trying to tell you, you have to watch your steps. So let's get the next card here. Let's see. Now, the other thing is you could be dealing with someone popping up this week that is either a Virgo or a Gemini who may not be the best person to be dealing with this week. I'm just saying. Okay. Let's see what else we have. There we go. But this is why you're being asked not to manipulate a situation, because there's a shift of finance that's coming in with you. So I would just take things low and slow. We all want the Ten of Pentacles, so that you're aware of ensuring that your stability is there where you need it with your resources, right? So we're talking about growth. And let's grab just a couple more cards here. This is going to come out a lot. The Ten of Wands, the end of the end of the end, the end of the struggle, the end of the assignment, the end of the challenge. We're done. We can put that down. It could be something that you're learning. And of course, we do have the Tower card that comes in. Now, the Tower card isn't necessarily bad, but because we have it with the Magician in reverse, and because in the past we had the Three of Swords, I am going to pull some clarifiers, and I have not done that with any of the other signs because I didn't need to, but we're going to do that for you here. I would like to know, Spirit, what is the significance of the Tower and the Magician? When you have the 10 next to the Tower, there's no way that it's an unavoidable type of a situation. But give me a description about what the Tower is for Scorpio coming up this week, please. Eight of Pentacles. Money, 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 money. Okay. We have the Eight of Pentacles upright. We have the Four of Wands upright. We have the Ace in the reverse position, Ace of Swords. Then we have the Eight of Swords in the reverse position. We have the Six of Wands twice in the reverse position. So there's a caution that's here. And we have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse position. So that 100% is Virgo energy. Okay, that is Magician. So you may want to take a look. I'm going to tell you now, take a look at where Virgo is in your chart. Take a look at where Mercury is at, trying to give you extra information. Again, pride. Okay, let's figure out what that means, and let's pull another. Give me an overall for the Tower. Okay, this is about business for some of you, or work. This is about a shift that is getting ready to take place with you. This is also trying to get back to a better vibe, a better time with the Six of Cups. Now, Spirit is highly involved in this situation. Six of Cups is a spiritual card. Your angels, your spirit guides, and your galactic team and ancestors of light are with you. They're helping you from an emotional perspective to bring things into fruition. Now, in some of this, I do feel that business, in one sense, because I've seen this twice, business also took maybe a slowdown for some Scorpio, and what this is indicating is that you don't have to do too much here. The things that needed to shift out are shifting out. The things that need to be here are going to be here. Now we also have the Four of Cups. Spirit 100% is getting your attention about something. There is an offer that is going to be on the table, but the other energy with this Four of Cups is, although you think things are okay, there's a better way, and there's additional energy that will support you from an emotional perspective up here. So in order to get things back to good, you have to make sure that you're taking time and listening to what Spirit has to say, Scorpio, okay? Especially when it comes to your money and your resources. Now, that's not to put the fear of anything into you. It's just a heads up. You may not be seeing something very clearly, and you need to ask your team to help support you. Again, it doesn't necessarily mean that things are completely negative. They're just giving you a heads up right now. But you know what I really feel? I'm just going to ask a question. This one is important to me because this is the first one that seems to be a little bit offsides. But I think, again, Spirit is saying we're working on your clarity so you know exactly what's going on when it's going on. The all-seeing and all-knowing is important. Let's see what we have here. Give me a sign. If this is Scorpio, I want to see the Death card. Although we know that Scorpio is judgment, judgment is Pluto. Oh my God. This is you, Scorpio, so you have to pay attention. This is not about someone else. This is you. You have to pay attention to what's going on. Scorpio rising, Scorpio moon, Scorpio sun, in that order. Whatever needs to come to justice this week with the way that you are doing business, running business, communicating with other people, you know that at some point something has to shift. You have to walk away from doing something a certain kind of a way. You don't have a choice. The universe is saying if you don't do this, it will create a little bit more strife. Now, if you do this in the way that they're trying to share it with you, you will release anxiety. You will have an opportunity to arrive at a new spot, and then there's the supportive energy there, Four of Cups. Again, this is the acceptance of an offer. The Hermit in the reverse position is planning and execution. And then we have the Knight of Wands, a messenger coming in to support you with this next piece of information. So what I do feel for some of you is that as far as business is concerned, you know what, I don't want to speculate. I feel that whatever's taking place here, as far as authority is concerned, I think that you have, this is someone that you've worked with in the past, potentially. So I would look for older partners. If you're in business, I would look for older partners or other people that you have done business with that you may want to have some conversations with, maybe close some gaps, maybe do some clarification. That's exactly how I feel this is. Now, this is not going to resonate with every Scorpio rising that's out there. If you don't own a business, that's a whole nother thing. But there does seem to be a heads up, a warning that in order for things to be in balance, you need to be in your best effort and allow this change to take place. Do not resist. And that's what the Judgment card in the reverse position is indicating. It's resistance. You do not want to be resisting your own natal planet. Even though Pluto is in retrograde right now, it's still bringing things up to the surface that must be cleansed and cleared for this cycle to shift and change. Okay, let's go into the angel cards and see what's at stake with this this week for our Scorpios. Something is not healthy. Woo! We have two cards. So the first card is healing. It's got to be healed, honey. It's got to be healed. We're working on it. We're working with you. And then, of course, the other one is the spiritual growth card that steps forward. This is happening for you, not to you. That's a huge distinction for people to understand, understand, overstand, okay? Sometimes things got to shift in order for you to get in the next lane, all right? Some of you are supposed to be exiting a highway, going to a higher ramp, but you're resisting for some reason. So get with yourself, get with your team, lots and lots of clarification coming in. More detail. I do feel that you guys, and again, I know I'm drawn. This is the longest one because they said go there. Coming out of darker times and coming into the light requires you to shift the way that you've been doing something. Period. End of discussion. So that's what I want to say about that. Okay. Let me shuffle this up again. Let's get some additional information for our Scorpios. And let's see where else in your natal chart you could look and what else in the astrology could be important for you as a factor this week. Oh my God, they all flew out together. Are you serious? Of course we're serious. You're going through all these changes right now. Okay. Aquarius, having original thought, Mercury again coming in here. So that is going to be a big factor, which is to take place on the actual 8/8. So Tuesday could be a very huge day for you. Not being able to be clear with your discernment. Now, discernment is not judgment of others, it's judgment of yourself, or being truthful with yourself about something that needs to be done. Again, something is not healthy, okay? So you have to pay attention to this because it hasn't completely cleared itself. Venus, self-love, loving yourself. Whatever is not in your alignment is not in your assignment, okay? You've got to let that go. And then the final thing is the Aquarian energy again. So I think Aquarius is going to be a very big factor for you. Take another look at what's going on with Aquarius, where Uranus is. We know that Uranus is with Taurus on the actual 8/8 itself. But again, 2 weeks is when the moon will be back in your sign. And so I anticipate positive movements and shifts. There's just a little bit of a heads up here for you, okay? Watch out for whoever is Gemini and Virgo, but I think Virgo is getting ourselves out of analysis paralysis, okay? All right, 3 weeks. I think it's going to be 3 weeks before you have all of the options considered, to be perfectly honest with you, timing, okay? Now, let's close this off for our Scorpios, and we're going to give you the advice from a different angel deck, and then we will continue to move on. Please reach out if you are resonating with this, or if you think you need a little bit more information about your particular circumstance. Again, make sure you're taking a look at your sun, your moon, and your rising signs, and along with the other additional details. But the description box gives you my booking link. Whoa, almost, ooh. We're going to do the shift very, very peacefully. Please make sure that you are thanking your angels and your spirit guides. This depiction is Archangel Ariel. I love the fact that this particular deck by Kyle Gray mixes in the different indigenous and Afrocentric and Asiatic beings, not just, you know, well, you know what I'm saying. All-inclusive angelic tribe. Archangel Ariel is the lioness of God. She is the one that is responsible for keeping your Mo and your Joe together and putting things into place the appropriate way. Assertive, not aggressive. So thank you. Please call on any of the angels or anyone else that's in your pantheon to help support you with what it is that you need. This is going to be a very intense week for Scorpio. It was also a very intense week for Cancer. So, let's see what happens when we get down to Pisces. But that is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much. Many blessings, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye. All right, Sagittarius, let us see what the universe has for you here this week of the 7th. All right, here we go. Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising. Emphasis on rising. Okay, here we go. Ooh, so you had, who else had this card? Shoot, I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. The Merkaba healing came up as an indication of something that you might have already started to initiate for yourself. Asking for healing on all different types of levels of your world, physical, spiritual, mental, emotional, oracally, all the different types of things. And this is something that is always good to put back into practice. Keeping your auric field clean and clear helps to protect you. And it's, you know, all in all, just it's a perfect thing to do so that you can maintain yourself, the energy of for stability. Let's see what the numerology cards have to say for our Sagittarius this upcoming week. Completion. Okay. So we have the completion card coming up. That's the energy of 9. Of course, numerology goes from 0 to 9. When you get to the energy of 10, it is the ending and the beginning. We talk about that in the daily astrology a lot. So let's take a look at what cycle is being ended for you this particular week. Now, the moon energy will be in your space in 2 weeks, okay? So let's see what we've got going on for you this week. Of course, Jupiter is hanging out with Taurus, and Jupiter is your ruling planet. So all things expansion of the second house on that 8-8 gateway, but it's going to be there. Let's see what else we've got going on. And one more. So the shifts that are going to take place for Saggies are the 8 of the 8, the 9th. Oh, maybe something on the 9th. And then Saturday of this week. So those are the days where shifts with Jupiter take place for you guys. All right, so a few days this week. All right, let's see what else we've got. So we're going to pull a couple tarot cards here that share with me a little bit of how we've gotten to the place that we're at now. I'll pull a couple of rows that indicate more so the alignment of the energy that's taking place this week. I feel all catawampus here. Like, what's going on here? Like, what is happening? Oh, this is just backwards a little bit. Okay. And then we'll pull in an angel card that talks about the significance of how that could affect this week. A couple of Oracle of the Radiant Sun to give you more information about your own astrology chart or other things that you could be taking a look at that could be affecting this week. And then we will close it off with another angel card for the advice for this week. Okay. So Sagittarius. Choices. Having some strong choices that needed to be made, even though they may not have been not what everybody wanted. The Two of Pentacles is indicating strong balance, but a lot of struggling with juggling. Too many things, too many irons in the fire, and just not enough time. Although it's better to have 2 things going where you can evaluate it than 12 things that are going. However, when the Lovers card, which is Cancerian, Gemini energy, when the Lovers is in the reverse position, this is a disagreement. So 2 is about choices, the Lovers is about choices. So it looks as though there was some sort of a disagreement with the way that balance was taking place here, which could have led to, obviously, the completion. We'll find out more. Let's see what we have going on for Saggies. The Devil in the reverse position. The Devil at its worst is the same as, I don't know if you guys know this, but the Devil card in the traditional Rider-Waite deck is the Lovers that are going through a problem. So there's a little too much of something going on. The Devil at its best is persevering something and by all, you know, getting it done regardless. I'm getting this done. So they put the pedal to the metal. When the Devil or Capricorn is in the reverse position, though, it means that we're letting go of something that was not necessarily in our highest and best good. We're unbinding ourselves from something that was maybe toxic in our environment, not good for us. Just we got to be done with it. Again, it could be Capricorn energy. We're just going to go ahead and move forward. But so we've got the Devil in reverse. Looking at the Lovers from the past. Oh my God, you came into your reading. There's Temperance. There you are. In order for you to get back to good, in order for you, Sagittarius, to get back in balance, you had to let somebody go. And that's to be commended. It wasn't necessarily easy. There's a little bit of a thought process around resources for you. So if this was letting go of a person, then what Spirit is saying here with the energy of the Hangman, Neptunian energy that's coming in, we will get to the bigger picture. I really think that the 8-8 is going to be a huge energy day for you, because that is the perfect alignment of all of these different stars, save Capricorn. But Pluto is in Capricorn. That's the death card. Anyway, the Hangman is going to ask you to evaluate resources, structure, stability, and that's okay. So if you have to make a shift, you have to make a shift, but you are completing something. Let's go ahead and grab a couple more cards and let's see. Ooh, we have a whole storyline that wants to come out here. Okay, we will take it. Ooh, wah, wah, wah. Wheel of Fortune with the Two of Cups. So Jupiter again, showing up. So Sagittarius, this is very much indicating, whoops, Two of Cups in the reverse is the same as the Lovers in reverse, is the same as, we've already talked about it. The Wheel of Fortune is talking about the next stage in movement. So I've been talking a lot about the fact that resources, or Venus in retrograde, is going to challenge business and it's going to challenge personal relationships. If it's time, it's time. Okay? Your considerations, or I kind of want to call it, I don't really want to say worries, but your considerations have to do with, did I make the right decision from a financial perspective, 10 of Pentacles, or I made the best decision for myself outside of the money. We're going to pull another card here just to make sure that we've got the final say-so for what the experience of the energy is looking like for you this week. Yeah. Had to do this so that it was the best thing for me. So Sagittarius with that Libra energy, God, you guys are running neck and neck, some of you, with the major arcanas. Tis the time. This is the time for these things to be taking place. Again, completing of cycles. This is just the universe regurgitating the same information that they've already shared. In order for you to heal, in order for you to feel better, it's time for you to let go. Okay? So, good for you. Sticking to your guns. Spirit definitely is on track with you here. Let's see what is at stake this week with this energy from the angelic perspective, assuming you are not paying attention. Yeah, the energy for you is just, can you trust us? Can you trust that this is the right timing? So this is about you trusting your team, your pantheon. That's what's at stake. Trust us because we know how to get you from here, the devil, to the Justice card, okay? Complete rebalance of all the things. All right, let's take a look here at the Oracle of the Radiant Sun to see what other energies pop out and other astrology that might be important for you to take a look at. Okay, here we go. Ooh, okay, there we go. I don't know why I do that. I get so surprised when they go, woo, look at me, look at me, look at me. Freaking Sagittarius. Your enthusiasm. Sun in Sagittarius is the second 9 specifically. There's your 9-9 energy. You could be looking forward to this in a different way. Yeah. Venus in reverse, the lust card, where the love is gone. Whether it's a personal relationship, a business relationship, or even a best friendship type of a situation, if it's no longer in alignment, it is no longer your assignment. You have to focus on you. What Spirit is trying to tell you is to get back into this energy. Honestly, is purposeful planning, and this is the Scorpio card. This is the death card. This is being strong in your conviction. Stay strong in your conviction. Stay strong in your conviction this week. So take a look at where Pluto is in your particular chart. That is Scorpio, or take a look at what's going on in Scorpio for some additional information on how that might impact you. Of course, if you need a personal reading, healing, or interpretation of some of these fun things, then please make sure that you look at the description box below, and I'm happy to take a session. It'll take you to my website, which is a calendar and service options for you to pick what you would like. Let us get the advice for our Sagittarius this week, although I think it's been pretty consistent. Let's find out what we've got going on here. Advice for our Sagittarius from the angels about what is going on this particular week. Thank you. Oh my God. You can't make this stuff up. This is all about your new beginning. Sagittarius. This is all about your new beginning. So trust that we have your best interest at heart. You're going through this for a reason. You have completed the cycle. Ain't no two ways about it. It's okay. I like this one because it was very consistent. There's no a lot of hemming and hawing that's going on with this. Anytime you go through a major life cycle, it can feel sometimes like you're trying to get your balance. Do the very best that you can to try to keep things in balance, get back in balance, because it's very clear that something was not in balance for you and it's time for it to go. So many blessings, Sagittarius. Thank you so much, and we will see you next week. Bye. Hello, Capricorn. All right, let us see what you guys have coming up this particular week. You guys don't come into moon alignment until the very last 5 days of the month, just before Pisces full moon. So yeah, so if you're looking for a highlight of information or highlight of energies in that moon position, which could be supportive, again, we're looking at the rising and the moon as the preferential energies for all signs as I'm doing this for the next several months, maybe up until the remainder of this year. So that could be supportive for you to know. So let's find out what we've got going on in development. Of course, take a look at your sun, your moon, and your rising to get a very full picture. I am available for bookings, healings, and the crystal shop is always open. Just take a look at the description box below. Well, now, look at this. We have Metatron's Cube, Capricorn. Metatron's Cube is responsible for all things balance when it comes to especially the Akashic Records. Now, I'm leaving this card in the reverse position because it indicates to me that there's some significant learning or shifting that took place for you in the recent past. Let's go with the numerology card here and let's see what we've got going on to support Capricorn, any additional messages. And then I'm going to pull a couple of tarot cards that are going to give me energy about how we got to the place that we're at this week. I'll do a couple of rows of cards with tarot for sort of what we have as far as expectation for this week. We'll bring in an angel card to talk about how that is going to influence this week. And then, of course, a couple of oracles that will support the additional energy for new planets or other alignments that you should potentially be aware of. We have two cards. So Capricorn, the first one is that something... I believe you did a lot of cleansing and clearing as part of this energy with the health in the reverse position, but Spirit is asking you to put in a little bit of effort, or there's something that is going to require your support a little bit more this upcoming week. So we have 4, 6, and 8 as far as the numerology is concerned, 13, 17. All right, let's go and take a look at what's going on with Capricorn. What's going on with Capricorn? You still have Pluto, which is in retrograde in Pluto. Wow, well, here it is. This is what you're... Here it is. Clarity, the Ace of Swords. And what's requiring effort is some sort of commitment. Now, this commitment... we're still in this energy is about, it could be Taurus, it could be where your money is. It is the major arcana sign for Taurus, but the Ace of Swords is making a strong decision or needing to make a strong decision. So the beautiful thing about the Ace of Swords is it cuts, it's riding that blade. You can very easily stab somebody to death or really slice things off in a very slow, easy pattern. So the clarity of how to use the words within commitment is the name of the game. So let's find out how we do that this week, or let's see what else is going on within that energy this week. Whoa! The Magician flew out sideways. And I'm going to show, oh my God, Death in reverse. Major Arcana Wars. Queen of Swords in the reverse position. Wow. You don't want to make a decision. You don't want to be the one to make this decision. And that's why Spirit is like, Final card. Yeah. All right. This is going to be a very easy one. In order for you to maintain a partnership, help healing and balance out emotions, you have to make a commitment this week. So you asked for some clearing and cleansing to be done. Great. So maybe you we're riding the vacay vibe a little bit over the past week. This week, you're not going to be able to do that. You've got to buckle up, and you've got to get some things done. When you look at both of these cards on the table, the Magician is staring right at this commitment. So the Magician is Mercury. Mercury is stationed in Virgo, which is the planning planet. It is also the ruler of Gemini, communication. So you are going to have to communicate this week. The problem is with the Death in the reverse position, and it could just indicate that Pluto in Capricorn in its retrograde. However, technically, this feels like we have avoided confrontation, or we've avoided a conversation or a situation. And last week was a blessing, but this week it's about getting the thing done. The Clarity card here, the Mother of Swords, which is Libra, the Queen of Swords in the reverse position. We need to make this decision, and we need to do it more so with our heart energy over our head energy. We need to be inner feeling energy, Capricorn. Okay, we know you guys like to go and do, but this is the time for you to feel the way through this decision process that's coming up. It's going to be a good one, because whatever this is creates this open-ended version of stability for you. With this Four of Pentacles in the reverse position, it does indicate opening of the heart chakra. It also indicates that we are now ready to expand our base chakra and the way that resources are coming in for stability. So it's actually a good card to see in the reverse position. Therefore, just like everyone else, the Temperance card, Sagittarian energy, Jupiter is at stake here this week. How fast and furious are we going to do this change and effort? And this is surprising to me. We have the Sun card in the reverse position, which this is Leo, right? So this is about our self-expression and our personal freedom and victory. So we're going to pull another card on that one really quickly, just to see what else we can get here. But this is about partnership. So it's either you and a personal well, it could be a domestic partnership, it could be a business partnership, it could also be something going on with a bestie, that there's something that requires your commitment this level, moving forward, okay, expansion, things of that nature. Yep, this has something to do with your resources. So Son of Pentacles in the reverse position, or Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, is you may not be hearing, or you might not be communicating about money this week, but you definitely need to get on the stick. Bottom of the deck here is the Four of Swords in reverse, the Three of Swords with it. Yeah, you're in your head about this, or you have been in your head about this, and Spirit's like, nope, you got to make this decision. Got no choices this week in order for you to be on the same page. What you don't know is that having this conversation actually gives you fruit. So the thing about the Sun in the reverse position, as I'm looking at it with everything else, because this is actually a very positive reading, is how fast and furious. So sometimes what happens, Capricorn, is you guys want to go, and the Spirit's like, make the decision and then tread lightly. Okay, do it strategically. Do it strategically, not so fast, because you'll burn yourself out. That's the worst thing about the Sun in the reverse position is burnout. And we don't want that to happen, okay? So it looks good. It looks as though things are taking place in the right way. Just go at a slower pace. Now, what else is at stake? Let's go in with the angel cards here. And then we'll go in with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun to give a little bit more background and detail, and other planets and alignments to look out for. This is Capricorn. What's at stake this week with all of this freaking major arcana? Woo, going on. Taurus, Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Leo. This is the week, man. That's for sure. Inner child healing. You have 3 cards. What's at stake? Divine timing and communication, being honest in communication. So this is what's at stake this week. If you do not make an effort, these things will be at stake. Now, like I said, you don't see it because I talked about the different reversals and things of that nature, but it is going to be good. You just can't go faster than what Spirit is allowing things to take place Do not dismiss your children this week as an alternative to understand inner child healing, because sometimes it's not about you, but it's about your child, literally. And being honest in communication. You can't avoid it this week. It's got to be done. Okay. What other alignments or situations come up for our Capricorn this week? What else should they be looking for? Where else in their chart can they look for a little bit more details if they're doing their own examination and research? Ooh. Children. Dun, dun, dun. You need to be watching out for your kids. This is very specific to someone. This does have things to do with resources. So this is you, Capricorn, matched up in the energy of Saturn. I would be paying attention to your kids. Something is going to be shifting, and I don't know, maybe this is more so about your child or an adult male child or a teenage child, but this is male child energy in this, for sure. Versatility of the sun in the reverse position, convention, which is Virgo in the reverse position, then eccentricity with Saturn again. This is indicating that I'm going to clarify. Show me the energy of the literal sun here for Capricorn. I have to. The Hangman, the Nine of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. We're saying the same thing, the Tower, and the Ace of Wands. Okay, this is, listen, I never put fear. This is an opportunity for you to understand in order for you to balance some things out and give you the blessing that you're looking for as far as finances or riches or stability. You're going to have to, God bless it, and that's the end of it here again. That's the Hierophant in the reverse position. So we ended where we started. I think a lot of energy and effort has to be looked at for examining where we felt we were going too fast before. This situation is coming back around for like a second look for you. Where are things out of balance in your family, your child? How do we get back to good with putting those things into good graces? That's what this is about. Aquarius, Capricorn, and Gemini. Like I said, this is all about you being honest in communication so that you can continue to move forward. But there's a lot of child or son energy. Male child, could be nephew, could be a male coworker. Somewhere you were not flexible in the past, and you weren't willing to do something in a building, in a school, in a capacity for higher education and learning. Spirit's like, this is a do-over, and if you want the blessing that comes with it, you have to pay attention and you have to examine this. That's what they're saying. Thank you for allowing me to go into that clarification, because when it comes to kiddos, we don't mess around. I need to know. What comes out of this is the Hangman card. So this is the second evaluation that comes into it, Neptunian energy. Second looks, high inspiration, spiritual, gifted intuition, and heightened dreams as well. So it's very likely that some of you Capricorns are going to be getting some information in your dream time. You know what to do. Journal it. Speak it out. All right, so this is the advice for our Capricorn to go along with the other details we just stated. Okay. You're already doing it, recognizing that you're at a new beginning. I'm not surprised. When the Taurus card, which is the Hierophant, comes into play and we are being challenged about what is valuable to us, you have to re-examine what value is to you. And when you do that, you open yourself up to the expansion. That's why the Four of Coins is in the reverse position. Not a bad reading, just very specific. So you're getting a do-over, and you would be in your best energy to take a look at something that you weren't willing to take a look at before with regards to a building, a job, an education, some sort of a higher level commitment. It could be an organization as well. You know what it is. So let's bring it back around, be honest about the communication, and thank your angel, spirit guides, and other folks in your pantheon for helping you to see the truth in the new beginning with the way that you structure the change this time. Because what's at stake here, or what this is about, is resources and holding the finances this time. So it's a do-over. Congratulations, Capricorn. All right. Many, many blessings. You guys know how to get a hold of me if you are looking for personal insight. Take a look at the description box below. Otherwise, I will see you next week. Bye. Hi, Aquarius. How are you guys doing? Hopefully you are improving more and more and more every single day. The stars have it in alignment for you. So let's sort of see what we have going on with all the craziness for this week. Ooh. Hydration. Okay. Aquarius. So, of course, you guys are going to be heavily in the Uranus energy for what's taking place here on the 8 of the 8. You won't come back into alignment until, you know, the end of the month. Okay? So, this is about 3 different things according to Spirit. One, it's about deeper meditation, but this is indicating this is sort of where you were at in the past in order to bring you to a place where you could reflect where you're going and then also trying to acquire your joy. This is literally what this is saying. So, yeah. High level of increase. We have the energy of 6, the energy of 7, and then the energy of 9. So you are moving up in that higher spectrum. So the higher energy here, we're going to stick with the joy, is strengthening your solar plexus and also the energy that is associated with your heart chakra. That is where you're going to feel it, right? Let's go in with the numerology card and let's see what else it's going to take to help you reach that joy and happiness. You have to create it. You have to create it. So let's use this week. What do we have for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and especially Rising? You have to... We've got the Adventure card, card 55 in the reverse position, and we also have the Patience card in the reverse position. So in order to create your joy, I think that what Spirit is saying is that you may have already let some of these energies go in the past. Like, you knew that you had to do something and you were trying to be as patient as you possibly could, but the energy that's required for you this week is doing a little bit more on the find the joy front. And so when we're waiting for something and it's hard to wait, we become impatient. That's the time where we need to pour ourselves into either deeper healing or a different type of a project that will allow you to put your energy into something else, okay? So hopefully it's something that you're doing as an adventure. If not, you still have time to do it, right? All right, here we go. A couple of cards to give me some prior energy, or past energy, if you will. Not the whole damn deck. Let's try that again. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got for Aquarius. Thank you. There we go. We'll go there. The Tower. Mars energy, shock and awe. Also the energy of your own ruling planet Uranus. And of course we have the Hangman in the reverse position. So one of 2 explanations, especially with the energy of bringing things into balance with the Queen of Swords, the Mother of Swords energy. Air energy, Libra energy. In the past, you're still going through it. You are still shifting through the different changes that have come through with the Tower. This is, for me, coming into more of self-healing. The Hangman in the reverse position is supporting us with, well, the deeper dives that we go into from a spiritual perspective, especially with Neptune, and then where that comes into fruition is giving us that opportunity to really examine the things that are still at play, because sometimes when the Mars or a Tower card comes up, it's a lot of things at once, and sometimes we have to do part 1, part 2, part 3, which there's nothing wrong with that, because that's how you have to, navigate your world. But when you get this Queen of Swords energy, you are going to have to make some different decisions about what is most important to you for your own clarity's sake, okay? So I don't see anything wrong with that. It's just indicating that you're still going through the varying shifts of your Tower. The Tower is not necessarily bad, guys. It brings us the things that we need, right? If we are going in the wrong direction, it's a strong pivot from the universe to come back over here, okay? All right, let's see what else. How is this going to affect Aquarius this upcoming week? We have the Strength card in reverse. We have the 7 of Pentacles in the sideways position. I think that's your Tower. We have the 2 of Wands. We have the 10 of Swords Nine of Swords, 2, 4, 6, 8, Nine of Swords, upright. So, Page of Cups in reverse. The whole damn deck. Give me a moment. We're going to reshuffle that bad boy just to be on the safe side. Let's start with the energy of this, though. So I don't know if you're feeling still some kind of way based upon the energy from the past, but when we get the Strength card in the reverse position, sometimes we're still in that active version of healing. Period. End of discussion. Sometimes it can indicate that we are not feeling well, but the other thing is that you need to gather your strength. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is evaluating of circumstances, resources, people, places, things, ideas, concepts, whatever the case may be for you. It could also be evaluating your actual physical health. So I'm going to put that out there because the card that follows it is the Two of Wands. You have to make a decision. You have to take action on something this week in order to help support you. And that's pretty much what they're saying. The other cards that come up here, the Nine of Swords with the Page of Cups. So there could be a situation that shows up where you have a little bit of anxiety or not really sleeping very well. But when we have the Page of Cups in the reverse position, we're not necessarily receiving the information or the concept or the conversation that we're hoping to get. Not this week. Just letting you know. So if you're waiting for the word on something, you may not be receiving it this particular week, Aquarius. Okay, let's continue. All right. Ace of Swords, Four of Wands, Five of Swords, and the Hierophant, of course. So the Ace of Swords, talked about this, we talk about it a lot. It is a huge energy of in this instance, this is you needing to cut something out, cut something off, reduce. That is the clarity moment here. Clarity. When we have the Four of Wands energy, it's actually a very good card. The reason I'm talking about the reduction is because I feel that with this, we're anxious about what our options and choices are. That's pretty much the easiest way for me to say it. Stability is at hand here, and we're challenging our commitment. Again, Taurus energy coming up here. Higher organization, higher commitment to yourself, your partner, or any concept that involves you thinking outside the box. But the bigger energy is stability here with this Five of Swords. And so the Five of Swords is sort of, it is challenges, especially with other people, conflicts, deeper conflicts. It does appear as though we're putting our hopes and faith and effort into someone, and it doesn't necessarily look as though, especially from a business or a personal relationship, not the best combination to receive. And then when we have it capped off with the Hierophant, we're being asked to take a look at our commitment of resources. So yeah, let's see what else we have. We're going to pull one more card. I just think the bigger issue in it for you this week is you're not going to hear the energy information I think that you have put out into the universe. I don't think this is the week for you to get it. Ultimately, we have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse position. You are going to have to make a decision to, and this is where the resources comes in again. I really want to say, not for everyone, but I do feel that some in here are overextending themselves from a financial perspective, and Spirit's like, something's got to go. So again, the beautiful thing about the Ace of Swords is there's ultimate clarity that comes in. You're either going to stab someone to death, or you're going to very slowly start to slice things away that are no longer serving you. So again, I just don't feel like you're going to get the information that you're hoping this week. So in the meantime, you've got to make some immediate decisions that are going to I really want to say stop the bleeding, but if you stop the bleeding now, then this will help you to come into more of your joy and your gumption, and you're moving forward with how you're going to get that done. I don't feel or see this as negative. What I see is this a strong action week for you, and there's nothing wrong with that. Some weeks we get chances to just relax, and this week is not that week for you. Okay, let's see what we have. What is at stake here for our aquas that are out there? Please make sure that you're calling in your pantheon of people. Now, what's at stake, as I usually see it this way, is making sure that you are connecting in with your team. Meditation in the reverse position here. Make sure that you're connecting in with your team, that you are truly reflecting on their information versus our ego selves, allowing that to take place. Make sure that you are not forsaking your pantheon of people to help you. And of course, if you need some interpretation because you've got some mixed signals somewhere, then please, that is the perfect reason to reach out to me to have some additional support. Let's go in and let's see what other signage and energies we can come up with for our Aquarius. Yeah, I feel that we're very quick. They're asking me to review a statement that I made. Some of you need to make a quick decision. Some of you are being a little too quick to decide, and you have to be mindful that the Five of Swords is you. So let's be mindful about the way that we're communicating to other people. Okay? All right. These are the additional items for our Aquarius. Ooh, merciful heavens. Ooh. Manipulation. That is 100% communication coming in. That's Jupiter, Sagittarius energy, and Scorpio energy. Mother Puss Bucket. Jupiter, Libra. There's no more negotiation that's taking place here. Something has been, and we have to examine a loss at a different level. That is the Hangman energy, Piscean, Neptune energy that is here with our business, our structure, our home, with Saturn energy. Because again, right, Saturn again going into the Aquarian energy, is there's some sense of misalignment or eccentric behavior that is taking place in your world. If it's not you, it's someone else that's very significant in your world. Ultimately, what I don't like the way that they have put this together is, especially because we have the Tower, this is 100% indicating manipulation from another person. So whether it's you being a little catawampus or someone else is being a little bit catawampus in your stead, it is a warning card that I feel we know it, but we got to do something about it. There you go. So let's cap this off with the advice from the angels. What else do we have for our Aquarius? How else can they tackle this so that they can get back to their joy and start living a sense of adventure again? Here we go. Aquarius. Woo! Here we go. Aquarius. Ooh. Open your heart. Okay, we got to get out of our brain. We got to get into our heart space. We're going to call you back into meditation, and we're going to ask you to work with your pantheon, your angels, your spirit guides, your animal guides, however it is that you get from here to there in a spiritual connection. That's what it is that you need to do. You're asking for support with removing any barriers that are holding you back, right? From saying the right thing, from making those final moves, as the two oppositions of how they're asking me to explain this. But something is important to avoid greater loss. We gotta nip shit in the bud. There's no more negotiation. It's shit or get off the pot time, period, end of discussion. So we just have to be mindful of that. Call on Shamuel if you need some support with tying the loose ends between your heart and your headspace as a beautiful energy. I recommend that all day long and twice on Sunday. But that's what I have for you, Aquarius. This is also a week for you to start making the moves. Take another look at where Saturn and Pisces are in your chart to be more supportive, potentially along with your sun, your moon, your rising. And of course, if you need me, reach out. The description box below will give you the link to book in with me. Many blessings, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye. All right, Pisces, last but certainly not least, let us find out what we have going on for you guys in the astrology and what the universe is saying for us this week. Pisces, sun, moon, and especially rising. Okay, here we go. Sacred Geometry card just to sort of give us a little bit of what to do. So we do have a frequency card, and we also have, in order to get you back into balance, this is the balance card, okay? Balance and rebalancing, okay? Because there's a shift or a change that is already that's already occurring. 963 hertz is what is being asked of you. So 963 hertz is a higher chakra, so third eye crown. Listen to the hertz music, pull it up here on the YouTubes or the Spotify or wherever else it is that you get your sacred music. I would listen to this as much as you possibly can to help your sense of balance, but it's before you go to bed, for sure. I feel that this is a lot to do with knowing so many different types of things that you're holding on to other people's energy, which is of course Piscean. But let's see what else the numerology wants to support us with here, okay? All right, what do we have? Physical activity in the reverse position. I'm gonna they're straight up saying that some of you guys are out too much. Or doing too much, again, out of balance, doing things with and for other people because you feel that that's the right thing for you to do in order to help those people, but is it really balancing for you? It's a no bueno type of a situation, so we'll leave it at that. Now, we're going to go into a couple of tarot cards that give me some information about how we got up to this particular point, and then we'll do a couple of rows about how we move into the energy for this week. Yeah, there it is right there. This is going to be the easiest reading because you guys are so easy to read. Manipulation about the things and options that we have. We had the candle lit at both ends. The Seven of Cups is potentials and options. The Magician at its worst is a little bit manipulative, pushing our way through the door as opposed to seeing if we're invited in. To put the signage out there just to be supportive, Virgo and Gemini energy. Okay, let's see what else we have. Doing a little too much. Let's see what we've got going on for this week, and how does this support Pisces this week? What do we got going on? All right. Of course, we're all ready for you guys to be showing up in the last tail end portion of the month with the moon energy. There it is again, Seven of Pentacles, evaluating. That's what you're doing this week. You're evaluating how much time, energy, and effort you've been all over the place. So watch for some additional adjustments over these next couple of weeks so that you can maximize when you get to the blue moon in your sign at the end of the month. There it is. How much work am I doing? This is easy because this is what it is. I'm evaluating how much work and energy and effort I'm putting into something. Capricorn at work energy at its best, trying to get projects done at its best. But clarity is required this week. Cutting some things out, making some strong decisions to the best of your ability. Libra energy in the reverse position, not really balanced again. And we're not necessarily seeing it with the Judgment card in the reverse position. That is interesting to me, but that's Pluto. We're avoiding this situation for some reason. And I very rarely say this, but the Fool in the reverse position, the way that it's lined out here is like, Pisces. This is you know better and you're just not turning it around. So this is a heads up from the universe this week that you aren't going to be able to start any new activities until you slow down in order to speed up. You really got to use your priorities to the best advantage. The best thing about the Magician as the ruler of Virgo is planning. So if you avoided planning something in the past, let's circle that around. Remember, tarot is a heads up about what's taking place so that you can use those energies and shift where you need to shift, okay? Let's grab another couple of cards here. Yeah, you are tied to something. So the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse position, this is a no bueno. This is telling me that you're tied to someone else's energy instead of standing more firm in your own. Here we go. And the king... The King of Cups is at stake here. Scorpio energy, again, showing up. No, it could be that you're dealing with a Scorpio. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but here's the card I was expecting to see. Manipulation, a Seven of Swords. It's not what you think. It's not how you want it to appear. It's just, it's no good, okay? So there's this energy between caring and doing, and this is not the week for you to, I mean, as much as you possibly can, you have to watch out for somebody else's planning. Now, the best thing about the Seven of Swords is it is extreme planning. It's not manipulation if you are planning something and just not sharing content with somebody else necessarily, because sometimes you don't want to tell everybody and their brother what it is that you're up to. It is manipulation if this is happening to you, okay? So that's the energy that we are watching out for. But there's multiple options that are taking place. And so again, I just feel that the universe is giving you another opportunity to take a look at something. You get a do-over. I think Capricorn also had sort of the same energy. It's like a do-over. We got to rebalance. Okay, we went a little ham. Let's pull it back a little bit. Okay, because I definitely do not like this. This is watching your money pour out of your pocket. This is not being stable on your own because, again, other people are attached to you in some way, shape, form. Don't very much like to tell people that they're being foolish, but Spirit says you are already aware of it. So I'll let that go. Okay, just changing up our activities a little bit this week I think is going to help you. Saying no a little bit more, staying in a little bit more, you know, I don't know, wash your hair, read a book, do something different, okay? All right, what's at stake this week for Pisces? Ooh, I love my job. Learn to say no. That was easy. That's at stake this week. If you do not start exercising the N word, the no word, which is a full sentence, people, you're going to get tapped out pretty quickly here. Out of resources, your dollars, and also your energy. That's a no bueno situation, okay? All right, let us go into the Oracle of the Radiant Sun for you. You know, every single water sign actually had some sort of a caution. Yours is the better of all the cautions because you can handle this. You just have to do it, okay? So if you will listen to, maybe that's what you need to do. You need to be in a little bit and do a little bit more meditation to rebalance, because this 963 hertz is high chakra energy. So they're trying to tell you, and if you'll just listen, you'll understand a little bit more. The true state of being, okay? All right, what other energy does our Pisces need to watch out for this week? Woo. There's no negotiation. We're not doing it. We're not negotiating with anybody this week, okay? That is Libra energy. That is also the energy of Jupiter. Not leaving. So the convention energy has to do with house. It has to do with school. It has to do with a building. It has to do with conventional thought. So that is the energy of Capricorn here. Doing and going and being. Risk. But literally, that's your whole reading right there. That is Aries energy with Saturn. So when it comes to Saturn, we're talking about structures, facilities, buildings, planning, things of that nature. There's a risk if you don't slow down this week. You're doing too much. Okay. That's Aries energy. So this is all 100% you and your own energy, how you are doing this, okay? It's the easiest reading I did all day. Okay, let's go into the advice from the angels for our Pisces, just to help wrap this up. Please make sure that you're looking at your sun, your moon, your rising to put the full picture together. And of course, if you would like to have some clarification within your own situation, take a look at the description box below and you can book a personal session or healing with me. And of course, crystals are open at all times. Ooh. Listen to us. It's the inner voice. Listen, we're trying to talk to you. You're avoiding us. So you're being asked this week to really engage your angels and spirit guides to help you, like really, really listen, which is why this 963 is coming in. They're really trying to get your attention about something. And at the worst case scenario, you don't see this person around you that they're highlighting as a manipulative person. And Spirit's like, caution, red flag, warning, heads up, danger, Will Robinson. You're not seeing it, you're not hearing it, you're not feeling it the way that they're trying to get your attention. So therefore, use this to your best advantage this particular week. But thank your angels and spirit guides for helping you to receive the energy for clarity, especially with that 963 hertz energy. And that will wrap up all of the readings that we have for the 7th through the 13th. I wish everyone a beautiful opportunity to use and shift this energy for your highest and best good this week with the pinnacle of the 8-8 on Tuesday and the resolution of it on Saturday the 12th. Take as much time as you need to absorb and integrate the energies. Sleep where you can sleep, hydrate where you can hydrate, and ask for assistance if you need it. If not from me, from somebody else that you find kind and a part of your process. So many blessings, all of my Petalite patrons. Thank you guys so much for your likes, shares, subscribes. Thank you for all of the attention you're giving to the daily astrology, whether it's here on YouTube or on TikTok directly. I cannot wait to talk to you guys more. You know where I am. Many blessings, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.